All right. So during our last session, you guys had finished up kind of your travel from Absalon Station out to Avalon, which was the closest planet to the sun. It's got a very thin atmosphere, low gravity, and it's predominantly inhabited by robotic creatures. Um, these creatures had been created by the creators, essentially, and they've been split into a couple different factions. The two primary ones are those who wait and those who become. Those who wait are waiting for the creators to come back and tell them what to do, and those who become are those that have felt that their purpose is to now continue the creator's mission of going out and spreading. Um, the whole reason why you're going there is you had seen a note at the bottom of Steel Talon's lair indicating that whoever had created Steel Talon was going there to meet with those who become. When you arrived on the planet, which, if I recall, was after you guys had had some kind of interactions on the spaceship here, um, you would realize that you had a bar in the recreational area. John had had some interactions with Agnes, your guys' onboard computer, who kind of has like a holographic form that she'll take to like interact with you guys. I can't remember what else anybody did. I think Raya had gone into the holodeck and kind of used it to do some research and everything as you guys were getting closer to Avalon. But outside of that, I don't think there was anything too crazy on the ship. When you landed, you had met with your contact, Tuske, who was someone working for Primex Kumara Melacruz. She had basically been on Avalon and kind of had already tracked down where Tohaak had gone. The primary location was the crater of those who become. When you guys had gotten out
Wasn't
there,
there some kind of like obelisk or some shit?
yeah. So you guys had like prepped with gear because she had reminded you guys that there was a thin atmosphere. So unless you had a breathing device, it was going to be a little bit rough. It took you about 3 hours of walking to get out there, where you had encountered some of the local, I say wildlife, but it's basically just rogue anacite sort of robots that you had encountered. Once you had made it to the site of those who become, it was this sort of pyramidal shape. But as you got up closer, you realized it's basically just this massive supercomputer because all the walls were metallic. But as you gotten closer to the sort of the pyramid structure, you'd realize that all the walls were like this metallic sort of screen. The robots, as you kind of walked up and ascended it, were touching it, and it was doing some sort of calculations. As you got to the top, it was this flattened out top with pillars, and there was this one robot named Seeker at the top, kind of doing calculations on a pillar. As you guys approached, the pillar had sunk down into it, and he kind of gave you just the sort of information dump of what had happened. Being a robot by nature and not seeing a reason to keep the information to himself, he kind of filled you in that Tohaak had arrived with a medical pod, seeking the knowledge of the creators on how to bond souls to a metallic body. Seeker had kind of pointed out to this dig site that they had come to. He also had mentioned that Tohaak had come back not too long after, disappointed and sort of angry, but he had a robot that looked eerily similar to John, and kind of had left it at that. After this, you guys had been given a speeder by Seeker, allowing you guys to make your way out to the dig site. During your guys' sort of trek out there, John had pulled off some crazy stunts, kind of forgetting that he had other people in the car with him, causing them to sort of bail out. After which,
I forgot about that part.
you guys had come up on sort of an electrical storm that had like shot all of the devices on the speeder, and you were potentially going to be marooned until the storm had passed. At which point, Shanti had kind of like reached out to his god, Besmara, who, while didn't say anything, the storm quickly passed, and you were able to make repairs on the speeder before closing the distance to the dig site. Once you guys had come up to the dig site, you had seen that there was a series of stairs leading down to this sort of like buried temple. Upon entering, you had a couple more robotic creatures. Specifically, they look like mantis, sort of insectoid robots that seemed to be protecting it. Once you had bettered them in combat, they receded into the corners and the back wall had lit up. This wall of knowledge basically gave you an opportunity to ask any question you so desired. The burning one, of course, was what had happened with Tohaak, at which point it had created a kind of like a holographic memory so you guys could watch it happen in real time, where Tohaak had arrived with the medical pod. He had asked how to create or bond a soul to a robotic life, or essentially create soul surgery. John had stored this information in his memory banks as well. Tohaak had performed this on the individual inside the medical pod, but whenever the robot booted up, it didn't seem to act like the individual he thought. John had then asked if this was him, at which point the wall had informed the party that yes, the individual that Tohaak had bonded to the robot was indeed the same robot in the room now.
I was the droid I was looking for.
It was me!
As the memory continued on, Tohaak had basically continued to ask questions but wasn't getting what he wanted, and started to, or attempted to attack the wall, at which point he was teleported away. You guys didn't have a whole lot of other questions. The only other one that was really pertinent was Tuske had asked if there was any way to get rid of the nanocyte sort of virus that she'd been infected with, at which point she was told no, that it was a permanent thing. It's basically part of her DNA at this point. Not feeling like you guys wanted to trek back, whenever it had offered to teleport you back to Esseridge, which is kind of like the space hub on this part of the planet, you would gladly partake in. So you guys are in the sort of vendors section just outside the starship docks on Esseridge, and that's where we'll pick back up.
On the docks, like where.
So you're in like, if you kept walking, you would have the docks right near you, where like all the vendors are just after you like come out of the port.
Okay, yeah, everyone's offering to take you on a boat ride.
You know, tattoo shop.
Close.
Someone wants to give you braids.
Can you just imagine John with like...
Right.
Robot trades.
Yeah,
It's just a series of tangled extension cords.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you guys.
He's like,
Oh my
oh,
gosh.
now that you mention it.
Wow. Just for the hell of it. Wait, real quick. We're picking up as we're trying to get out of here, basically?
Yeah, so you guys had just been teleported from the Wall of Knowledge to the shopping district of Esseridge. So you're basically just outside of where the OMAC is parked, essentially.
And we didn't decide at the last campaign what we're doing next, right?
No.
No, right?
So this current story beat you have is that Tohaak went back to his home because he was disappointed with what happened. So you're really the only plot thread you currently have is that he went to Verces.
And that was like years ago. So like, right.
Well, you guys are getting closer and closer to like
To
the same
his
same timeline. So
right,
like
right.
the escapades in the downside of Absalon Station, like it was dust covered and everything, but it seems like it couldn't have been too long between when that happened and whenever he went to Avalon, and based off of kind of like this time space, it seems no more than probably like a year or two between that. But the only information you have is that's where Tohaak went next.
But we have two storylines going, right? It's Tohaak and
you do have the
Hive.
The Hive stuff.
With the black
but you guys had kind of
We
told.
can't do anything right now about it, right?
Well, they had opened up the black. Oh, that was, I think it was either last session or the session before.
Session before.
But you guys had basically told Premax that you guys would focus on Tohaak, and she's put a different task force onto the Castravel sort of
Gotcha.
swarm
Okay.
stuff at the moment, at least.
Okay.
So, what's the?
But you now have confirmed that you are
Yeah.
Tohaak's brother.
Yeah.
Um,
What's like the light level, and is it like dusty? Like what?
if I remember right, we were kind of in the middle of the night, so it was probably the rotation of Avalon is a little bit faster.
Right.
So it's like every 2 hours. Normal is 1 hour on Avalon.
Right.
So it was, I want to say it was like 2 or 3 a.m. whenever you guys had hit the wall of knowledge. So it's probably closing in on like dawn.
Okay. I'll just sort of like take like 2 or 3 C-3PO type steps forward, and just like look at my red arm. I don't know how to compute what just happened, and I look back to the two of you guys.
Well, it's rough, buddy.
Yeah. And I like a bead of oil, sweat just drips down the side of the face. Should we... Oh, yes, thank you. Should we, oh, sorry, let me get a little more robotic-y here. I feel compelled to go to Verces to potentially find out where, you know, I used to be a human. I mean, I just kind of make a little R2-D2 noise.
What do you think?
I think we should continue finding Tohaak, but are you going to be able to continue with us with this new knowledge?
Though the news I got was shocking, it has not affected my intelligence levels. Trust me, I am just as smart as you as I was yesterday. I don't know. I don't even know if my intelligence is that high.
Then unless you tell me, I wasn't going to say anything,
Yeah.
but you know, do you? Never mind a historian, but you know, that's fine. That's okay.
Sorry, my code is compromised. I am feeling a little volatile.
Just know that it doesn't change who you are. Somewhat on the inside, but not really on the outside.
It does,
Yes.
It does raise a question, though. Are you the only successful experiment so far?
I don't know. There is that quite incredibly popular phrase, once you go robot, you don't.
Well, I don't want to interrupt this, but maybe we start with going to your ship and using the holo terminal to fill the premix in on what we've discovered.
Yes, that's probably what's best.
Okay. Let's go back on our ship.
As you guys make it to the ship, I threw the layout back on here. So your guys' kind of war room is this, the room with
In here?
the green box. So the green box is sort of like your war table, holodeck sort of thing,
Okay.
or not holodeck, holo projector. So you can contact her via that if you so choose.
I'll just like go up to like like whatever the technology is, and just kind of like my fingertip will open Inspector Gadget style to like make the call. I don't know.
But do we tell them like that you're the brother?
Maybe we'll just plan on being honest and maybe just have it be a slow drip.
Well, if we tell them that you are related to this, that could raise some suspicion.
Not only that, but you're technically the only successful one.
I don't want to be studied. I don't want to be studied. As I just start like, like
Full blown R2D2.
As your finger's going to insert, Agnes pops up.
Gah!
Good evening, John.
Yes, it Good evening. I am.
He's volatile.
I'm feeling volatile.
Apparently, what can I help you guys with?
We have updates as far as the Tohaak situation is concerned. And and
We need to report back.
yes, we need to report back on
All
what we
right.
found out about Tohaak.
I will pull up the premix for you now. And she kind of like, and you get the dial tone. Beep.
Are we gonna tell her?
I don't know.
And then the hollow kind of pops up again, and looking like a little disheveled, like she just got up out of bed, kind of like a robe over her or whatever. John, Raya, Shanti, what can I help you with at this hour?
We have some news.
So you found the trail on Tohaak there on Avalon?
We have.
In a matter of sorts. Of course, we couldn't find Tohaak there, but he was definitely there at some point.
Interesting.
Yes, and he seemed to be interested in finding a way to tether souls to robotic kind, much like we're discovering down below. And,
He may have possibly done it, succeeded in some sort.
yes, but we don't know where the robot is. He may have actually done it. And it's really important that
That we just figure out how it was done, but we don't know if it can be reversed. But all we know right now is that it actually succeeded to some extent.
Well, this is a little bit concerning, but have you another lead now? Or did the trail sort of end there?
our best lead as of yet is to follow up on his home planet, formerly known as Verces.
Verces.
We're
Well, that makes sense. He is the Baron of Aurora Atoll, so I'm sure you'll get some sort of information there.
Is that a safe place to go to?
All of our information with his assets seem to be that while he spent a little bit of time on there, he didn't stay. So there's no guarantee that there isn't anything at the atoll, but it doesn't seem to be any sort of consistent conflict or anything of that nature around the atoll, so I would say it's as safe as you can get. As we're on the conversation of you guys continuing this quest, I, on behalf of the Pact Worlds, would like to formally name you as a task force
Oh.
and give you a stipend each month for 2,000 credits apiece. The only thing I will need is the name of your task force.
Oh shit! The DM's asking for the team name.
We're on session 7.
Yeah. I should have been more prepared for.
I forget what we named the ship. Yeah.
The OMAG. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I forgot all about that. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's hilarious.
It's painted fire engine red.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're
Okay.
low-key kind of cool though.
Okay.
Um. Hmm.
Are we gonna go chaotic? What's our theme here though?
Yeah, I'm just trying
I
to.
think
Yeah.
it should be something similarly ridiculous.
Hmm.
The Can-Do Crew.
The Candy Crew.
the
Can-Do
Can-Do.
Oh,
Crew.
Can Do Crew. Hey. I like the sound of that.
Stop. Other known as the CDC.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. That was a good one. I'm not able to come up. Hold on. Let's see here. It is. Nebulon 3.
Oh my god. The nerd.
He's like, I need something space.
Yeah, I know. That's the.
Oh yeah, I do. I'm a big fan of that one, but
Yeah, I can't. Shanti, please participate.
Oh. Surge for SRG or J.
Oh.
SRJ, Surge.
Yeah.
That'd be another one.
Okay. Wow.
Although I forgot. Wait, what's this one's name again?
Sparks.
Sparks.
That it works.
Surges.
Surges.
That's a
The
possibility.
Surging Strike Force.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I do like Surge. I think.
It was a
The
very
unexpected
delicious
sparkle
drink in
one.
the 90s.
Oh my god.
Wow. What a blast from the past. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Surge, but it's just an acronym. What do you guys think? They're coming up with a lot of good ideas.
Reddit. It's just Reddit.
Oh,
Other than the
okay.
Surge, that was just something that randomly came up. The Slippery Pete.
The Slippery Pete?
That's literally what someone came up with.
Oh, what's the name of like Star Fox's assault team?
I don't know, dude. I actually never played any Star Fox game ever.
Last Resorts.
Last Resorts? Sure.
No, I'm thinking of like Deadpool whenever he's coming up with theirs. It's like, or was it Thor? Ragnarok.
Right.
We're the Revengers. You want revenge? I want revenge. You want? I'm indifferent. The Revengers.
I think with Raya being as geeky as she is, she should come up with something super like geeky.
Sure. Okay. We can call ourselves the Googleplex. That's a really big number.
You think he's gonna share from that? Did you just need a break? Now you've been fine.
Oh, the screensavers?
Screensavers.
I don't know. That was the best I could think of, I think.
So we have Surge, the screensavers.
Yeah, okay.
So we call it like Task Force Surge if we went that route, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. Task Force
Task
Surge.
Force Solomec.
No, we can't. This ship has to have its own identity.
Okay.
T and his friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the tea spillers.
Sure. T-spillers?
It's a political party.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Angler coming
No
out.
affiliation.
Yeah.
No affiliation.
Well, I didn't. That was an unintentional reference. I was talking more like conversational tea spilling.
But I could see
But-
T
but also,
doing that as like,
yeah.
we're going to be the T spillers, but no affiliation.
Okay, I think... Go ahead.
Nope, stupid idea.
No!
Those are usually the best.
Just for some reason, I was like, does Taylor Swift exist in this? And also, can we name ourselves the Swifties?
Oh my gosh.
I still say we go
Jesus
for it.
Christ.
Ooh. Same vein. Drift travel, the Drifters.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm
Task-
throwing it in. You guys are the ones that
No,
figured
no,
it out.
it all helps.
Time Lords.
It's a little on the nose.
Algorithm Army.
Yeah, okay, algorithm army. Sure. I think so far the Surge one's probably sounding cooler. The Screensavers isn't bad. It's witty.
If we go with Surge, we should go with like the Surge Force.
Surge Force. Sure.
All right.
Okay, that's what it is.
Wait, before this, can we go through all of our names in play
Sure.
before someone actually decides?
Yeah, okay. So we got Surge Force or
Because you could go.
Task Force.
You could,
Surge.
yeah, because you could go different routes with the Surge. Because you could be like Cosmic Surge,
I like the Search Force. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Tidal Surge.
Sure.
But you had.
What were the other ones?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Screensavers was one.
The Glitch Goblins.
The
Galactic
It sounds
Knights.
dirty.
Galactic Knights. That's a little.
I was gonna
That's
say.
the perfect
sensitive.
name that Rhea would come up with, I feel like.
I was gonna say it's a great name for like a really noble group, but I don't think that's like. You guys are a little.
Anything that you're probably a part of.
Hey. Yeah, probably.
Quantum Strikers.
Hey, that sounds pretty science-y. Quantum Striker.
Well, I mean, we've got a lot of relatively psionic powers on the team.
Second Steel. Because I'm a robot. I don't know.
The fire trucks.
Yeah.
All right, Sparks throwing some in. Why do you like that, Sparks? I just like fire trucks.
Which is crazy because it's such a huge vehicle for a tiny little mouse.
Well, isn't it Fire Engine Red?
Yes.
Yeah.
The arm too?
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
His
uh-huh.
arm, the ship.
Wow. Red arm.
Do you have examples of other strike forces? Not to put you on the spot, but if you have one.
The Cosmic Defenders, the Galactic Police.
To the Galactic Police.
That's too,
There we
I feel
go.
like that's way too, like,
Yeah.
that's too noble, too, like,
I was gonna say I don't have my book, but
Do
the
something along the lines of anti-heroes.
I don't think we're quite anti-heroes. I just don't think we're like...
I'm still leaning towards the Revengers, because we're technically
The
Revengers.
Revengers.
You're just here for a good time. I somehow got suckered into this. I just was gonna go to a party to socialize. Like,
oh yeah, that's the session you guys were. Yeah.
yeah, I was just here for a good, like, you know.
It's like an attempted political
Socializing.
assassination sort
Yeah,
of.
yeah. Yeah. You know, the Revengers is sticking in. I'm gonna go with Surge or the Revengers.
Okay,
So
okay.
you got Surgery Avengers. What are you throwing, Colton?
I think I'll put a vote up for... Yeah, I like the Revengers. That's funny. Why not?
Okay. Revengers.
I cannot believe we're actually doing it.
Yeah, why not?
Alright.
Revengers.
Once we get our revenge, we should just be the Vengers.
The Avengers. Okay.
Once we're done with this mission.
And then, you know, once we're all retired, we can be the Vengers.
Okay.
Fair.
The joke
Fair.
started to really
Fair.
fall off
Yeah.
there towards the end.
You just kind of have to swim for it.
To be honest, it's not the most strange one I've heard, but it's definitely up there. Alright, so I'll pencil you in as the Revengers. Expect your stipend to hit by the time you guys reach the Verces.
Awesome.
You can tell that we've thought about this a lot.
I'm sure you spend a lot of your downtime going over team names.
Gosh dang it.
You would not believe.
Speaking of downtime, unless there's anything else you're wanting to discuss with the Premax, she'll can kind of consider the matter closed, and you guys are left to your own devices. So it's going to take you guys about 2d4 days to get to Verces.
Okay.
Whoever is going to pilot, give me a piloting check.
I think I was doing it last time, but I am not a great pilot.
I was going to say, I think Sparks was up there.
Number 3.
I don't.
6.
Oh yeah, it's probably Sparks. then.
Yeah.
I have a 4. I could do it if I needed to.
Because I think we had Shanti taking captain roles, Raya
Yes.
took engineering, and then Sparks was at the helm with you manning weapons.
That's what I did. I was
Yeah.
like, what did I do?
And then Shanti kind of bounced around as captain slash weapon officer as well. So
You guys want to do that again?
Sure, yeah, why
Unless if we
not?
want to swap up roles.
No, I mean, I don't think it really makes sense for anyone else but Sparks to be the pilot.
you said it's +6.
Yeah.
Okay. So you won't get an advantage on this. So just roll the 2d4 to see how many days it's going to take you to get there. So it's a 2.
Oh. Ah,
6
shit.
days. It's going to take you guys 6 days to get to Verces, based off of the navigation stuff that Sparks was able to put in. So you guys have about 6 days of downtime. So if there's anything you're wanting to do on board during that time, we'll kind of just go around. So we'll kind of start off here with John.
So John is near an existential crisis at the moment, but his programming is solid enough that it's just like, you know. I'll try to seek comfort from Agnes, but you know, that only goes so far. Her being the ship and all, right? That's the AI or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on board IAI.
And yeah, I guess I'll just probably spend a lot of time sitting like plugged into my charger port, even though I'm at 100%. You know, and I'll just kind of be thinking about what it means that I used to be another person, and now I am who I think I am, and like trying to distinguish like if I'm still that person or if I'm my own thing, you know what I mean? And just kind of, yeah, I guess I'll just be in stasis a lot, you know. It maybe manifests as like a little bit of robot depression. You know what I
A
mean?
little manic. It's fine. That's fine.
Is there any sort of specific scenes you're wanting? Or is it more just this is? what's going
Yeah,
on with John?
unless if I'm like approached, I'll probably just stick to my own and just kind of like really anticipate the trip to Verces. In fact, like, are there any resources on the ship that could help me? I guess Agnes might be able to tell me some info about the planet at large.
Yeah, so kind of like Raya did during last session, you could use the holodeck to kind of like pull up a library and do research if you so
Okay.
choose. Agnes would have a little bit of like the general information on the infosphere.
Yeah, I'll just like go for like, you know, like for example on Avalon 5,
Just
Avalon, like the atmosphere was like an issue, just like inherent dangers that may exist in the environment, things like that.
Okay. Is there any particular place that you're wanting to kind of like talk with Agnes whenever you're bringing this up, or you wanting to do it in the holodeck?
I'll just like kind of walk into the holodeck and just kind of just imagine we have sliding doors that are automatic.
Yeah. That's kind of how I envision them, as 100% the Star Trek, where you like walk up and they auto detect and open the door.
Sure.
I figured you talked to her about that. Oh, like no, you're talking about the planet.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'll just
I
be
feel like
like,
he's trying to avoid any conversation with Agnes.
That's what I
telling her
thought
that
so too,
he's
but
another
he's going
person.
full in it. So then I was like, if you're gonna talk about specifically about Tohaak, I picture you like in a closet somewhere. And you're just like,
Like last time where he was like in the corner of the
Yeah,
three
yeah,
corners, and
yeah.
he closed the doors and put like.
yeah. And then he
Do
just
not
like
enter.
slowly, and it's just her pops up like, "Hello, John," like super loud.
I just walk into the holodeck. Hey, baby, it's me. Look, I'm looking for some hot info on the planet we're going towards. And I'll just kind of take the robotic seat at the table.
The hollow sort of pulls up, and I think we had agreed that she looks kind of like Cortana. John, it's good to see you. Are you doing all right?
As well as my nuts and bolts could be, I suppose. Yes, I'm doing fine. I'm
All right then. So you're wanting information on Verces.
Yes, what do you have available?
As you can see, and then the hollow kind of expands, and it shows like the planet sort of in its orbit. Verces is a tidally locked world. It does not rotate, so one side of the planet is
Super hot.
always facing the sun and is scorched, basically a barren desert. The other side is constantly facing away and is a ice sort of region full of frozen oceans and sort of icebergs. There is a small ring around the sort of equator of the planet that is livable space, which is where Aurora Atoll resides. It is still a little bit awkward due to the fact that it has to have enough sunlight for life, but it never goes away because the sun is always facing. So it's kind of like a dusk sort of situation where it looks like it's 4 or 5 p.m. every single day, no matter what. Most of the residents have developed sort of blackout lights or blackout curtains to sort of shield themselves during the sleeping hours, but one of the downsides is you can't ever tell what time of day it actually is based on looking outside.
Interesting. And I'll just spend like some time like kind of reading in between the lines there. And towards the end, right before I'm about to like kind of like walk myself out of the room, I'll kind of stop and sort of like turn back around. Agnes, I'm not sure if you could answer this question, but... And I'll sort of like take a couple steps forward and in a little bit of a quieter tone. What does it feel like to feel?
Well, John, you're talking to an AI computer, so...
You're right. I'm stupid. I just kind of like hit my head.
And she's like, she was still trying to talk. Okay, John.
Maybe later. And I'll just I'll just walk off.
Back to your charging port.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Raya.
I feel like I would completely dive back into research and see if I could kind of follow along what Tohaak's like plan was, as far as like how he was even. Now that I know it's confirmed, I would probably try and figure out like how he got to that conclusion and was able to do it.
So you guys have the 100% how it was done. So John has stored that in his memory bank. So he got that from the
Okay.
Wall of Knowledge. So he had went to the Wall of Knowledge to see how to perform soul surgery. Because he basically was trying to see how the original androids were created.
So then I'd probably figure out how to get it out. Right? Like how to undo it.
If that's what you would like to research, we can make an attempt. As a kind of a precursor, if you recall, when you're doing research on soul surgery sort of stuff, what Tohaak was looking into was all theoretical, and it was kind of taboo. Because as soon as you start doing anything with souls, is there a moral sort of authority that allows you to do that?
But
Most
I
people
would-
consider it morally wrong to
Yeah.
mess with anybody's soul.
But I would want to know, like, are you still connected to the body in any way, or like I don't know? I would probably still want to research, but I guess you're right as far as
Well,
like what.
I'm just trying to figure out specifically what we're trying to go into. For context, too, is if you recall, Tohaak's family was dying of void decay. So what body was left whenever soul surgery was performed on John wasn't much, because his body was slowly disappearing. So after context clues would kind of tell you that the body probably is fully disappeared between whenever John was transferred and now. So there probably isn't a body to go back to.
I feel like I would feel really bad for John, and I would research and not even know what I'm researching for. I would probably just go back, to like help John, but not really know how to help John.
Give me a historian roll.
Would that be?
So it's a D20 plus your modifier. Yeah, your profession.
You said D20?
Yeah.
First roll.
Oh wait, is it D?
Yeah.
I have a 9.
Plus.
9 plus 5.
Okay, so 14. As you're kind of using a lot of generalities whenever you're researching. Just more, you don't know what you're looking for. Some of the stuff you've reached is kind of like your generic, like how do you tap into the inner soul and like those sort of thing where it's like the spiritual like attunement type of stuff. And you're like, this isn't the right angle that I'm going for. You've heard of like, or you've read through some of the stuff where like people that have gone into like a catatonic state where like the body's alive but there's no apparent life, and people theorizing, well, what if we were to put a soul into that or transfer one consciousness into it, like what would that look like? But nothing definitive on how you would even make that work. Using some of the context, because while you don't have the robotic mind that John does, you did see a little bit of like the theory up on the wall whenever it generated. You get the idea that it doesn't have to be a mechanical body that the soul's transferred to, but it's such a high level of magic that it's not something to be attempted by a low level mage or a technomancer. So like in theory, a mystic might be able to do something of those lines, but it would be very, very high level. And most mystics wouldn't even attempt it for the moral sort of dilemma involving ripping someone's soul and putting it into a new body sort of thing.
Is there a way that I could help him recover like his memories?
Going down that same sort of similar thread, you've heard of some mystics being able to tap into like memory related magic, but once again it's a little bit further down the mystic track than anybody in the party currently is. But it isn't unheard of being able to tap into someone else's memories.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because, like, on a surface level, you have done, like, surface level, like, what they're thinking. So it's not too far-fetched of a, once you get deeper into magic, you could do more than just that.
Other than just, like, randomly researching to see how I could help John, I'm probably, like, wandering the hallways, and then, like, I spot John in his, like, charging port, and then I just, like, wave in front of him, but he's so depressed he probably doesn't realize I'm there, and then I just keep walking away.
As you start walking away, I just kind of raise my head. Oh, hey, Raya, how's it going? I'm just charging. I'll just kind of look over to you. I'm feeling just fine. I'm almost at 100%.
Do you need anything? I don't even know what to say.
I know, I'm kind of a lot right now. I don't know. Am I me? Am I me?
Oh my god. Existential crisis.
sorry. I think I just need some time to think. Maybe I should polish my red arm more. You look down and like I polished it like a little too much.
It's literally gleaming.
Right.
You're like, my eyes.
This is where I drop like one of the self-help books at your floor.
I will photostime this tonight. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I awkwardly walk away.
Alright, T.
T is just kind of. He's just here for the ride today. Over the next couple of days, you just kind of wander around, toss a ball against the wall a couple hundred times. Like he'll throw the ball and it gets caught like directly in the middle of the vent, right before it drops below. But it's just far enough out of reach where I can't get it.
You're like a kid who's like playing with a toy too much and then you get it stuck.
And then you're like, oh, I can't let mom and dad see me near it.
Yeah, so he's just kind of wandering around bored for the most part. He'll try to bring up conversation with Sparks. So I'm kind of confused. I'm not able to really put anything, like, I don't really know anything about you.
About wait, what?
To Sparks.
Uh-oh.
I'm just along for the ride. Here to get bad guys.
Revenger.
Well, it seems like we're in the same boat then. Jeez. Well, do you know if anyone on the ship actually knows how to use a grenade?
I don't think so. We haven't had much luck, have we?
I think the only one proficient with grenades is John.
And did he like completely miss last time though?
Yeah, I don't think I had the
I
best
think you
of
threw
luck.
2 and only like 1.
No, that was T.
Was it?
T. But I remember as they picked up grenades at one of the sessions, and John was like, "Here, I think you're the best with these," and handed them off.
Yeah. I think
You landed one with your
Did I?
generate grenades magic.
I think
Because you had the spell where you could just create a grenade out of thin air.
Sure, that sounds like something I do.
Okay, so not really getting anywhere.
You're right.
He's just going to. He considers throwing the grenades against the wall, but it puts those intrusive thoughts down a bit. Then he'll go in the top to John. You've been charging for a minute. Does it take that long?
I just have a system update, that's all. And it's best if I stay plugged in. Do I look okay?
Do I look like me?
Do you think you look okay?
I don't know, that's why I'm charging at the moment. I'm feeling a little not myself. Elf.
Well, maybe you can help me to help yourself. Can you teach me how to throw grenades?
Yes. Now, if I only had a small ball or toy to sort of use as an example.
T's eyes just kind of open wide.
Oh, man.
I'll be back.
Give me, what's it?
I'm gonna try to use psychokinetic hand to pull the ball out from the vent.
If I remember, that should just,
Yeah,
it'll
it's
just
a
cost you
cantrip.
spell. Or, yeah, because it's a
Zero
zero
level
level.
spell.
Yeah. And I think that's 100% in the parameters because it's basic pick up and move.
Yeah, it's basically mage hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
my
I guess
God.
I'll just teach him some throwing techniques. I guess I'll do it.
Will you confirm for me if you?
I was about to
proficiency
say
in
I tried looking and I didn't find it, but it would
if
be.
you're not, I'm still committed to the bit. So.
And then it blows up and everybody.
No.
I guess
So
I
is
can
this
pull
like
up your
the
character
like the
sheet as
Barbie
No, I
movie
don't think so. I'm not
Where
seeing
you
it.
guys are like in the middle of practicing and you're like, have you ever thought about dying? That's what should happen.
Sorry, that was really funny.
That's what should happen. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
Even if I'm not proficient, I'll still teach him how to do
Yeah,
it.
it was more a kind of meta-wise. If you were proficient,
I don't
was gonna
think I am.
start
I'm not
working
seeing
towards
it.
him getting the grenade proficiency
Wait,
feat.
I should be. I'm a freaking fighter or whatever, warrior.
we gotta read it on this page. Proficient with basic, small arms, long arms, heavy,
See, it doesn't
basic,
specifically
advanced
say.
melee, sniper, grenades.
Oh, it's right there. I am. So, I'll do my best. I don't have a lot of energy to me, so like, my feedback is a little vague and hard to understand. And eventually, I'm thinking like, I kind of lose the gusto, and I'll just take you into the holodeck and just have like little basketball hoops be sort of bamfed into the room so you can kind of like practice throwing.
I try to go like.
Yeah, underhand, overhand, switching between the two.
For the first couple of throws, I like try to chuck it and it just rolls off my finger and it happens one too many times. There's another time where I have to stop it to roll into another vent. It's a whole thing.
T, look at me in the eyes as like we're like in the middle of it all.
Yeah, my eyes turn and then my antennas turn.
Okay. Okay.
Give me a athletics check.
An athletics check?
Yes.
2.
Wait. Are you making like one-liners as you're throwing these? Now
Yeah, to use comedic timing to help me throw grenades.
Yeah.
Because you do have a high charisma, right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a high strength, which is why the athletics is not great.
But the one-liners fit you perfectly.
Um,
Like skadoosh.
a combination of like you just not naturally being proficient with him and John just not being all there. He's trying, but like you can tell like there's just something off. It's going to take you more than a handful of these types of sessions to sort of work towards better handling of the grenades.
After the first couple of hours on the first day, a good day's of work.
I have to agree.
I improved a lot.
100% fold, and I will also have to say, I don't think there's any more training necessary. You are ready.
Wow. Wow, John,
I only want to set you up for success.
you just wait. The next encounter that we have.
Uh-huh. You're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. And we're gonna succeed.
Don't forget that really advanced move I taught you called the twirlidextron. It's
Especially
gonna
a
really
jump
help.
hook shot.
Don't forget to describe exactly how it works when we get to that point.
I just have to remember it's different than this whirly dirly.
Very, very different.
Got it. Thanks, John.
How I envisioned this is kind of like when John does it, it's like the K2SO where like his robotic programming takes in, so like it's like perfect angle. And, like,
Alright, it's just like-
it just like whips around, he's not even looking.
Good luck with the update.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one. I'm feeling it in the ass right now. Sorry, everybody. I
that's,
don't know why. I
That's
said
where my
that.
charging port is.
Yeah, there we go. God,
That's probably
That
a
was-
good fix then.
you miss every shot you don't take.
When, I think it's just funny because it's like your go-to, like, fuck me in the ass.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but for the rest of the time,
Monkey.
T is just going to toss around his ball with
No, it's not.
much more improved mental game. And
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
yeah, that's pretty much all T is going to do.
Perfect. Sparks, is there anything you're wanting to do during this sort of 6 days? Exploring more ventilation
Obviously.
shafts or...
I'm a pilot, so I gotta kind of take time.
Well, I'm sure you
Well,
can
once
put
you
it on
check on it.
autopilot at some
Yeah.
point.
We'll check on it every once in a while.
Right.
Make sure nothing.
It's not quite set it and forget it, but almost there.
Almost there. No. But other than that, no.
And Tusuke, she's going to spend most of it kind of like to herself.
Oh, Tuesday came with us? Oh. Did she?
She was...
She
With
wasn't
us
our
before?
original partner.
Okay, that's what. Alright, that's what I thought.
Yeah, she
picked her
joined
up.
you
Yeah.
on Avalon.
That's right, that's right.
Kind of like John, she had the big sort of epiphany that there is no cure for the nanocyte virus.
That's
that she's
right,
been
that's
infected
right,
with.
that's right.
So she's not in a great place either. Like she feared that was sort of the situation, but it has now been confirmed. So
Do the nanocytes eventually kill them?
no, it just
Just something to live with, right?
so essentially, as it takes over, like you guys have already seen like the little patches of like the like metallic sort of on her skin.
Graphs?
Well, it's not graphs. It's
Right.
slowly converting her.
Right.
So eventually she will look like comparatively an android.
Wow.
There are benefits, like you guys saw during combat, of like her being able to manipulate the nanites, where she can create weapons out of the nanites, create like cover with nanite clouds, those types of things.
Right.
But it's at the cost of your body, essentially.
That's low-key kind of cool, though.
So the whole like my game plan is anytime there is a like NPC that joins or interacts with the party, it will be another class that no one has picked to kind
Sure.
of highlight what other
What's on the
things are
table.
Yeah. As you guys kind of travel through on your way to Verces, the first few days there's not really anything to mention, but on like day 3 or 4 or so, we kind of come across some asteroids. So Sparks has made her way back up to the console and is kind of navigating through as 3 Eoxian Death's Head Necrogliders appear.
Oh, shit. Oh, we're going to do a thing.
They are going to attack on site. I need to set up the map. So this, if you would like to take a break, refill drinks. get the
Sure.
map,
Yes.
take your time. And then
Wow,
we'll-
spaceship combat.
All right. So like I said, as you guys kind of got closer to Verces, the images you see before you are not the actual things, but so these are Eoxian Death's Head Necrogliders. So Eox is filled with undead creatures.
Oh.
So their ships tend to have like a bone-looking aesthetic.
Sure.
These are single-man spaceships.
Oh, okay.
Which, based off, if anybody would like to make a
Scary now.
engineering,
Your leg.
Or-
She was like, oh. Oh no, that's low.
is there a technology?
I can. I'll make an engineering.
Or
check.
science, like the physical science.
I'm doing both those, but I'll take engineering because it's a 6.
I have a 12 in physical science.
I've got a 9.
Oh my god!
I've got a
Jesus
9 in
Christ.
engineering.
Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah, she's. I was gonna say.
I'm not in the right mind. Who
You're
knows
having-
what I think?
You're having an existential crisis. I forgive you.
The existential crisis and the
That's
the
a
ass
5.
update.
The
Plus,
ass
17.
update.
so you got a 17.
17.
Okay. Yeah, Raya. As this kind of comes up, and you're seeing the reports from that, because we'd say you're in the engineering deck at this point. Now that you've seen the threat, you'd be able to kind of pick up on the Necrogliders. Once again, are single piloted aircraft or spacecraft, which means they're low or like short range typically. So you would be kind of inclined to think that they're probably not alone.
Oh,
Because these are the
okay.
type of, think of like Star Wars,
They're
the TIE
about-
fighters.
yeah.
The TIE fighters aren't
And they
away
usually
from
come
them.
from
Yeah.
ship.
Did we refill our ammo?
We will say you did.
Okay.
I don't think we specified whether or not you
Yeah,
restocked there.
because we spent all of our missiles on the way to the planet. So.
So yeah, we'd say you're back up to snuff.
Are these like asteroids?
Yeah, so while there it's a little bit darker to see any of those circles, those are asteroids. For your guys' ship, it only fits in one helix. It's just the actual print is a little bit larger. So until we built a stand, it's only taking up that single helix. Everything around it is open space.
Gotcha.
Space combat, as we kind of enter in, is broken up a little bit different. We've done it the one time.
I was about to say, I might need a little bit.
And we'll kind of step through it as we're going. So it's broken into phases. So you have... It starts with engineering. How to think of the phases, the only one where a certain person has to go first is during the helm phase. All the other ones are technically happening at the same time. So your engineer is doing engineering things, their engineers are doing engineering things at the same time. The big one is during the gunnery phase. So you guys are technically attacking at the same time. So while you may kill a ship with your attack, you will still take damage if they successfully target it and hit you.
Okay.
So it's like barrage is happening at the same time. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Gotcha.
So it is broken into 3 phases. So you have the engineering phase. The only one acting in this one is the engineer, unless the captain uses their abilities to like try and convince you to work harder, like those types of things. The helm phase, this is where the pilot will do a piloting check. Whoever gets the lowest roll has to move first. The benefit of moving last is you know where all the other starships are before you move.
Right.
So that way you're primed for your gunnery phase.
Gotcha.
It then ends with the gunnery phase. The helm phase is also where the science officer will act, where they can kind of like do a scan of the enemy starship and kind of like feed that information, because they could scan a weakness, which helps with like if you hit a crit, you specifically target that system and disable it, sort of thing.
Okay.
And then the gunnery phase, you can only fire 1 weapon per gunner, and only if it's in the range of that weapon. So if you remember, the weapons work in arcs. So you have a weapon that's in the forward arc, starboard, port.
Yeah, so we have to
aft.
like move.
So
the
you actually
ship
have
around.
to angle the ship.
Yeah.
This is where your turn radius of the OMAC comes into play. So on the sheet here, it's got average maneuverability, so it says turn 2. That means you need to move 2 hexes before you're able to turn.
Got it.
Yeah.
God, it's so clunky to move this big
And
ass
then
ship around.
What's our for shooting? What's our range?
It depends on the weapon.
Right, because there was like one of them where like it just travels in a straight line or something, right? Or
Yeah, so you have, on your aft, you guys have, that's your missile launcher, so it has 20 hexes of range, but the missiles move 5 hexes at a time.
that's right.
Or 12 hexes at a time. So it can only go 12 before you have to make another targeting lock check. On your starboard, you have a flak thrower, which is only 5 hexes in range. Your ports, you have the arcane rail, which is 5 hexes. And then on your forward, you have to make contact. It's a ramming prow,
That's right.
which basically just takes out it does 40 force shield damage, so it basically obliterates their shields.
Yeah, and they're basically flying tin cans right now, right? Like the relative size, like we're way bigger.
Yeah,
than
so
them,
they would be
right?
considered tiny. You guys are medium.
Oh yeah, so we're like two weight classes above them.
Yeah. And then if you guys would like that for tracking,
This looks cool. I don't know what that is.
let me
but it's neat.
switch up our music
Oh,
here.
it's just different stuff. Oh, these are the shields. I see.
Yeah.
Because how it works is you have to deplete the shields in an entire zone before it takes hull damage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
square? I'm glad you asked. This is Jay, inventor of the Pillar Cube. And this is...
That sounds awful.
I've heard of the Pillar Cube.
That doesn't even sound comfortable.
It's supposed to be good for your neck or whatever, some shit. Whatever. Just buy a normal pill.
I'll just live in pain like every other American.
Yeah! Just silently suffer.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will start with the engineering phase. Let me pull up our stat block for these so that I'm not...
So last time I manned the guns. Does anybody else want to man the guns?
I think you have the highest bonus.
Yeah.
Is that what it goes off of?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
Or
thought.
it's whatever you guys choose. The bonuses are currently based off of how we did combat last time.
Oh.
Do you, I mean, it's up to you. Is John in the right mindset to want to do
Yeah, he could
gunnery?
be the captain.
Will this feel...
Yeah,
I don't know about Captain.
like,
Does this, like, fuel your rage?
yeah,
Or
like
are you having, like,
I
an
have
existential crisis?
I have a vision of in my head if you want me to. I don't mind manning the guns. I just wanted to give someone else the opportunity just in case they wanted to, since I did that last time.
You don't want me doing guns.
Oh, well, I'm locked and loaded then.
Okay.
I'll get on my swivel chair like in the Millennium Falcon.
Okay, so you're taking
I'm gonna be taking the
gun.
gun.
We'll say Tusuke is gonna man your guys' science officer seat since no one's currently residing there. But we'll willingly take gunnery if the captain so chooses.
No, John's got it.
And
Leave
kind
it
of
to me.
what we established is that section in your guys' like command area, there's just a set of seats for a couple gunners if you so choose, but they can man any direction from there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we can have several. We can.
Yeah, because if you remember
Yes.
how we did this last time is both of you would gun if it didn't make sense for the captain to be doing anything else.
Actually, I can handle the sciencey stuff if we need it. Why don't you hop on guns too?
Okay. So Tusuke will take up one of the seats there. Remember, the rule is only one gunnery per weapon.
Got it.
So if you only have a weapon that can shoot, like if there's only a target in your aft, only the one aft shot is going to be fired. So you can't fire multiple of the same weapon.
Gotcha.
Alright, everyone. I think our best bet is to get in close, between two targets. If we can get on both sides, we can have both of you fire at the same time.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
going
yeah,
after
like the Pirates of the Caribbean where they go down the center and they're firing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
They're much smaller targets. I don't think we're going to be able to land a missile. We'll keep that if anyone else shows up. But for right now, let's plan on going right up next to them.
All right, so engineering phase is where we're in right now. Raya, is there anything that you're wanting to do? So your options as an engineer is you can divert. So you can divert auxiliary power into another system. So you can increase starship speed. You can give science officers a +2 if you send it that way. Or you can send it to weapons, which will give any roll that damage die that rolls a 1 is actually a 2. So it's basically like if you roll the 4d6 and one of them is a 1, it's actually a 2. Or you could send it to shields to give it a 5% increase if you're worried about like taking damage from a specific spot. Holding together doesn't really make sense right now. How many ranks of engineering do you have?
For engineering,
I think it doesn't apply.
I have an 8 in engineering.
No, it's how many ranks you put in,
Oh.
but the max you could have is 3, so it doesn't matter. So those are the only 2 that you currently have as an engineer.
So I would probably either put it towards speed or gunnery.
I was thinking speed, just to get us into like a position.
If they're that small, they're probably fast too.
Yeah.
We better get the jump on them.
Okay, give me an engineering check. You need to roll a 14, right?
That's a D20?
Yeah, D20 plus your engineering.
Yeah. So I have a 6 plus 8. That's what, 14?
Not bad. Above average.
Beats it. So
Oh!
yeah, so
Okay.
the engineering check whenever we do these types of checks, it's going to be 10 plus 1.5 times the ship's level.
Okay.
So since it's currently at level 3, it's putting it at 14
I
and
see.
a half. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you said you're sending it to
Speed.
speed? Okay.
Yep.
So you guys will be able to move an extra 2. So
Cool.
I think your speed is currently 12. Left-hand side?
Left-hand side, speed.
Or is
4.
Okay.
So it's
So you
6.
6.
So you'll be able to move 6 hexes whenever we get to that
Spare
phase.
thrusters engaged.
All right. Moving on to our helm phase. So they're not going to do anything engineering. They're single ship aircraft, so there's not much for them to do. Give me a piloting check.
Up to bat, Sparks.
Oh, shoot.
6 plus your 6 modifier, right? So 12.
Okay.
They rolled a nat 20. So you guys will be moving first.
Wait, we're moving first?
Yes.
Yeah,
I rolled a nat 20 for the Necrogliders.
Going first is bad.
Oh, that's right. You've already explained this. That's right.
So you guys will need to move first.
Alright, Sparks, where are we heading?
So you
We
got
get
6
to-
movement.
Okay.
We're wanting to go in between two of them.
What hex are we on? This one right here?
And remember, if you turn, you need to move 2 forward before you're able to turn.
Okay. So,
Sparks, I think we just head straight on. We'll wait for them to move.
Okay.
You just
That
go
makes sense.
straight. So if we're here.
So it's kind of like where the belly's at. So it's this hex.
Oh, it was moved.
Okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you got to go in a straight line. So
Oh, straight line.
yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go over here.
cool.
Shoot, like a little dot.
Right.
No.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
All right.
We put it on a necklace one.
Yeah. Now we're thinking with our big brains.
All right. Is there anything science related that you guys would like to do? So, science officer, if you choose to do it, you can balance. So this is where you could redistribute the shields. It doesn't really apply right now, but basically, if you take a bunch of damage on one particular one, you can take the total amount of shield you have and redistribute it.
Oh, okay.
Targeting system. So this is where you can try to use your sensors to target a specific part of their ship.
Is that no one's playing the role of? Oh, you're science.
He
officer.
could. So those are kind of your 2 options right now. So what you're going up against, if you did that one, is 5 plus 1.5 of whatever their tier.
Could you remind me what the captain can do then? Just
The captain, that's the demand. So this is where you can improve performance by kind of demanding them to do better. This is kind of like it's an intimidation check, essentially.
Don't do better, be better.
The benefit of that one is a +4 to any check that they do. The encourage is the nicer version, where you're basically like encouraging them to do better, where you're using you're assisting them. So you do a check of whatever check that you're trying to help them with. It would give them a +2 if you succeed. Or you could do a diplomacy check on it, but science officer.
yeah. I'm gonna try to see if we can't figure anything out about Dragon Bug guy over here.
Okay, they're all the same model, so any
Oh,
information
okay.
you get is going to be the same thing. I just don't have the
What's
actual
the
things.
name of the ship again? I'm going to just look it up. See what
The
it looks
Death's Head Necroglider.
like. This head.
Yeah. I have a picture, it's a little cumbersome to
Later.
switch it around there.
You need like the actual table with like the glass on it. When you
Someday.
get that 13.
Yeah. Scan is one of your options, so if you choose to do this as a science officer, you'll do the roll. It's a computer's check. You get to add any modifiers from the starship sensors, which I don't remember if you have any modifiers for it.
No, I don't think we have any modifiers for it. Okay. Computers roll it is.
It's a little one.
11?
Okay.
12.
Oh, 12.
A 12.
These are the ships so far.
Okay.
Confirm.
Little one. But I'm assuming.
Bottom.
I'm assuming they came from one of these or something.
Or something like
Shoot
that.
there.
Interesting.
Okay.
You definitely. So, how this one works is for everything you exceed on the required check, just for meta-wise, you get additional information. So, since you succeeded, you get basic information. Since you beat it by 5, you'll get basic information and the defenses. So, your basic information is kind of what we already discussed.
I'm an engineer.
Uh,
I mean, I'm a scientist.
Junior, wait.
So you know that once again you've confirmed it's a Death's Head Necroglider. Its occupancy is 1. It's a tiny interceptor as far as frame. It's of Eoxian design. As far as maneuverability, it's perfect, which means it can turn on a dime. Let's see.
Eox sounds like some sort of paper company. Isn't that close to a natural paper company?
For
Like
defenses,
farm.
you're only going to
Like
get
fuel.
one
Oh, that's what it is.
piece of information. So there's multiple things in each of these categories. So the only thing you're going to get out of defenses right now is you know that the AC of the Necroglider is 16.
Oh, they're quick little buggers. 16?
They're going to be able to turn really
That's their
quick.
armor class.
Right.
They're going to be able to turn really quickly, but we should be able to hit them relatively easy. So,
I'll just kind of swivel with intention in my gunner seat when you say that.
just know they can turn out of the way almost immediately. So if we fire, we need to be quick.
Got it.
Okay. So you're going to see... We're going to say it's facing this way. Facing that way.
Put little bumps on these little guys so you can designate which is the front.
And facing. So they're all facing
They're pincering us in.
like that.
That's exactly what we want, John.
Alright, so now we're going to go to the gunnery phase. Once again, how this works real time is all 4 craft are firing at the same time. So even if you were to obliterate it in a single hit, if it hits, you will still take the damage from it.
So they're not in our line. They're not in our line of sight right now. If going off of a straight line, is that how that works?
So remember, it's arcs.
Oh, that's
so
right.
it's like this,
Oh, okay. So
but
they
your forward is your ramming. So you have. If
But
you're-
from our, because we came in this way, so like, would these two be in our arc?
yeah, where is it actually? 'Cause we keep-
This dot right here. It's hard to see.
this one.
Yeah. Well,
Well, there's a dot right
The
here.
red dot.
the dot is like where the center of the ship
Okay.
is.
So, forward arc is like this. Your port. So these two would be port,
Okay.
which is better for you based off your weapons. This one, I would say, is probably your starboard.
Okay.
Which both should be just barely in range, right?
It all depends on which one you're. So your port weapon is the arcane rail, which is 5 hexes, which I would say.
Both have range of 5 on our sides.
Alright, so we said this one.
Yeah.
Starboard is 5 hexes.
But
too.
you can't just diagonally go. Huh?
I would say
They're just out of range.
this one's just barely in range,
Oh, okay.
based
okay.
off of how the angle.
So this one would be just barely out of range then.
Yeah.
But your starboard weapon
Yeah. Yeah.
is your flak thrower, so yeah, it's.
'Cause it's
And
5
I'd say yeah,
hexes,
that's out of range. It's that hex stuff is a little bit harder to wrap around, but yeah.
Yeah.
John, fire on the port side. You can do this.
My eyes turn red like in the Iron Giant. And like something deep within my code just like spurs.
I'm just gonna go for an encouraging roll as captain.
You did a
Well,
science check.
You did a science.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right. I still say it.
Yeah. I'll just like scream with a robotic. Ah! I fear nothing, and I'll just like fire the rail cannon. Right? Isn't that what it's called?
Arcane rail.
Arcane rail. Sorry. Which is a point. Well, that's the damage. What do I roll to hit?
Your
Oh no. Hold on.
I want to say it's your ranged attack.
Is that based off of me or the ship?
It's based off of you.
Okay.
Since you're the one.
Okay, I
attacking.
just wasn't sure if it was like a stat.
And just to give you other options as you're doing this, just regular shoot, you can do that. You can also do fire at will, which allows you to fire twice per you as a single gunner. It just gives you the -4, so it's the same like full
Just
action.
like in combat.
Yeah.
Right. Feeling enthralled at the moment, and being in the whole red eye and whatnot. I'm just gonna go for like the free fire or whatever. So 2 shots with a -4 penalty.
Gotta hit a 16.
Okay, so that means I have to roll. I put a +3 on this roll. Okay, so the lowest I can roll is 13, right?
You said meets it, beats it.
Okay, so 4, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I spaced out a little bit. So.
You rolled a 16.
Oh, so first one hits
Okay.
with a 19. Second shot,
You rolled a 14.
which still hits with a 17.
Perfect. Roll me some damage. I think it's a D6.
Oh, it's a D4 actually. Oh.
It's an
1d4.
arcane one, so it should be under the port.
Yeah, 1D4.
Okay.
I think so.
4.
Hey!
Big money,
Nice.
no whammies.
2.
2.
Okay.
We'll send the 4 to that worm dragon, and the 2 to the other guy over here.
Okay. So one of them you kind of see like a flicker on the front. So the one that you hit with the 4, you see the flicker on the front, like the shield giving way as it takes physical damage. The other one, you see it hit the shield on the forward part of the aircraft, but it just ends there.
I'll just yell out, "I'll make them wish they never came back to life."
Forward shields completed on target wait. That's
Yeah, this is Starboard. This is Starboard. No.
no, that's
This
arc,
is
right.
port.
Which one?
Port.
Oh, port.
Port side. I know nautical terms.
Those two that were within range are going to reciprocate
I fucking bring it.
with theirs.
RAC 16 as well.
Yeah.
Nat 1. A 22.
I don't know if it like works like this, but can the nat one just be me shooting his shot out of space?
It's flavor, yeah.
Okay,
Ooh,
yeah,
go,
yeah,
yeah.
that's why I messaged that.
Perfect.
I was just like in the zone.
And they're targeting with their gyro laser.
It's the Euro laser.
Yeah.
Gyro or Euro?
The gyro laser. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going to take 3 damage to your port side. So on your port side,
Right here on the port shields.
yep. So you're going to deplete that. So you're down to 4 on your port
Do we
side.
have a pencil up here by chance?
There's a stack of them.
Never. Don never comes.
Yeah, what a ridiculous question. I'm just gonna write 7 at the bottom so we know what it's supposed to be.
Perfect.
And then we took how much damage?
3, so it's at 4.
Okay.
Cool.
I guess the other thing to keep in mind as we're going through, so there is what they call critical threshold damage. So as you guys are looking here, once you take 17 to your actual hull, systems will start fucking up.
Collectively or in one hit?
Collectively.
Oh, okay.
But it has to be
Is
shields
that when we fall here?
Yeah, that's where you start having like glitching systems and that type of thing.
Okay.
But that is after the shields are depleted. So you have to deplete these.
Every
and-
shield?
No, just whatever area they're in.
Oh, okay,
so if they
okay.
hit the hole, that's when the numbers start counting.
I see. Okay. Gotcha. Roger and out.
All right. We are now back up to the engineering phase.
Dude, space combat is so fun!
Port shields at 50%.
You're right.
So Raya, if you remember, your actions available to you during this is divert. So this is where you can divert power to give an assist to science, gunnery, or the helm. So plus speed, giving the science officer plus to their roll, or giving the gunner no roll can be a 1 essentially on their damage. The hold it together, this is where you can patch up a system if it's glitching or anything like that. And then patch, but that's only if you're worried about a system.
Mm-hmm.
That's like if it's already glitching or something like that, where you do subroutines and stuff like that to get it back up to snuff. So really the only one that makes sense at the moment is the divert.
Okay. You want to divert it to the weaponry or to science?
I was actually thinking movement again.
You want to speed?
I don't know. Because, I don't
I
know.
don't think they're going to get any closer to us.
But can't we go to them? Because we've already hit this.
That's the plan. I think we have to try to chase.
Wait, it takes 2 hexes to turn around?
Yeah.
To turn. Yeah. So you got to move forward to whatever direction you're currently facing to then turn.
So we'd have to go here.
1, 2. We could straight up ram this guy.
Now, there are some maneuvers that the pilot can do. They're called stunts. So high risk, high rewards. You can do things like barrel rolls, flip and burn, where you move forward and then you flip around.
Oh, okay.
Just there's things that happen if you fail. So like the stunts that you're able to do are the back off, which is you move up half your speed in a direction of the aft edge without changing facing. So it's basically like you're backing up. The barrel roll. This is where you can basically invert your aircraft. So like if you want the starboard weapons, you can flip it so that they're on the other side.
Oh, okay. Barrel roll.
The evade. This is where you turn as normal, and when you turn, you get a +2 to your AC until the start of the next round. Flip and burn is the one we just kind of talked about. So this is where you move forward up to half your speed, and then you rotate 180 and come back.
I think if you divert to the pilot, we might be able to single the one on our starboard side. They're alone over there. If we can trap them in, I think we'll have an easier time with the other 2. Or we could try to get them closer, but there's a potential that they can get away from us before we can even shoot.
I agree with that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I do
That's
that.
fine with me.
Okay, so roll your engineering check.
I think it was an 8, and then it's a 20, right?
D20 plus your modifier.
13, so 21.
Perfect. And you were diverting it to speed? Or-
I thought it was to the pilot.
Yeah.
That's the speed.
Yep. So you're going to have a +2 to your speed. All right, that gets us into the helm phase. Pilot check. It's an 8 plus 6, right? 14?
That's what you rolled last round.
And they rolled an 11. So they will move first.
We have to use all of our move.
Wait, no, I thought we went first because we rolled.
No, we-
lower.
No, you want to go last because they move first. You know where they are, and then you get to move from there.
Didn't we do it opposite last time? A lower
Yeah,
person
but
went
that-
first?
They rolled a nat 20 last time,
Oh.
so they got
so
the
in typical
advantage.
D&D, your initiative is the same throughout, but each round you roll again
Yeah.
with the space combat.
So they're gonna move in just slightly so that they have weapons on.
The foolish.
So what we can do, we can go up.
Oh shit! I
to-
forgot Tuske was a gunner. We'll make sure she does something during this next round.
Hey, she's sitting next to an asteroid. She's not going to do much.
Yeah,
anyways.
she wasn't able to because we only have the one gun on the one side.
Yeah, that's true.
So now what they've done, granted the speed probably doesn't help too much now, but we can go up to ram and they'll be in our sights on both sides. They'll both be in range.
Perfect.
So we ram the target that we damaged the forward shield.
Sweet.
So we can ram them in the forward, and then we can shoot on starboard and on port.
Well, you're only going to be able to fire if someone takes the full auto, essentially, because the ram is an attack.
Oh,
So the
not-
gunner.
The ram should be a pilot's job. Stupid.
It's a pilot's job.
Logically speaking, that makes sense.
I love the idea of like steamrolling one of these guys. I just
I
want
definitely think we do ram because I think that's one of our highest damaging things.
It does I think 20 to their shields or 40 to their shields.
Yeah, which
But it doesn't do anything after the shield's down.
Oh well,
Oh,
the
since
forward
the
shield is
shield's
already broken.
down.
Well then, let's ram this one, and then we can hit their forward on our port side.
You have to go
And just
up
make sure
here
you go
and
2 and then turn.
So we have to go
One,
2. Oh, hold on. How is that going to work?
Well, you can
do
you can
more
still
if you go 3 and then turn. You just have to do minimum.
yeah,
of
you have to
2.
do a minimum of 2.
Oh,
if you go-
so okay.
And then we'd end up here. And then we ran
Ram
this
that.
guy. Wouldn't we be able to hit it from?
Well,
our-
remember where it's actually sitting on the hex is not its front, and that I think that's what's causing
okay,
issues
okay.
with like.
So
Because we're right here right now.
I'm gonna try
Yeah,
using
1,
a
2,
different color.
3, 1. Or I guess you have to go 4.
Because you go 1, 2, turn 1, 2, and then you could ram because you would turn it so
Oh,
it's
okay.
facing.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, whether or not that puts your weapons for the other 2 where you want them is a
we'd
different
have to
story.
we would have to use our
Or aft.
we'd have to use our aft to shoot this guy to hit their forward.
Well, because with how this would be positioned at that point,
Oh.
it would be your starboard.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's do that.
Okay.
But at that point, you could do our flak thrower, and would that's still 5, so we would be okay.
Yeah.
That might help.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we are now in the gunnery phase.
Yes.
So you can officially attack that one that we're ramming into?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're ramming, and then
Who do you want to do the ram? Do you want to do it, or do you want Tuske to make the ram?
I'll give Tuske a chance to prove her worth on the ship.
Okay.
because AC is 16, would we know how capable she is, as a gunner?
If you recall, like she was pretty proficient with melee. Not like the.
Well, it's a good thing she's ramming. She doesn't have to like focus on like pulling the trigger.
She's got a +6 to, or +4 to ranged.
Oh, those are your like NPC
Okay.
folders.
Well, then I will encourage,
Okay. As a captain.
as captain, and
All right, you can roll this either
He's trying to
as.
think. He's like, what am I
Sorry.
going to do to encourage?
So your options are either diplomacy, or you would also make a ranged attack and have to beat the DC. So it's a DC if you roll a ranged attack, DC 10. It's a 15 if you do a diplomacy check.
we'll do a diplomacy check.
Unless you're trying to intimidate her, but then it's
I'm actually really good at intimidating.
so that's a 15 plus your starship, so it'd be a
Hold on.
19.
You don't even know this person.
Unironically.
You go on one mission, you're like, intimidate!
Well, to be fair, he was already talking mad shit on her because she was the one that like got poisoned.
Oh, that's
and,
right.
She is 1 point away from not being terrified, so I will be diplomatic. Use the OMED smash diplomatically.
Okay, give me your diplomacy check.
Not 20.
Oh, nice.
That's a 27 in total.
Wow.
Perfect. So what I'm going to rule is instead of the normal +2 bonus, she's actually going to get a +4 for her weapons checks here.
Sure.
I'm gonna look at you like, that's how it's done.
Well, she rolled a 19 +4. She rolled a 23.
Wow.
So,
Kill him.
what was the damage? Just a flat, I think. It's the RAM.
It just says 20, I think. Yeah, 20. Actually, no.
It was 20 to the shields, wasn't it?
Force field 20, so it obliterated their shields.
Just their shield.
I want to say, because what's it worded? Force field 20.
Yes.
Where are we looking? Oh.
John, did you see the OMED slam?
It was quite diplomatic, Captain.
Aye. You're up next, John.
Yeah.
Starboard. Shoot the forward of other guy.
Well, actually,
Other guy.
the gunnery turn was the tackling, so next round I'll do
No, we have 2 people on guns, right?
Well, Tusuke just did the thing, so he can fire twice, but he would take a -4 on it to fire twice.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Well, just
I'm
fire
confused.
once.
I thought we had 2 people on guns, so do they not both get to act on the turn?
She just used your guys' RAM. The RAM is one of your guys' weapons.
Right,
So
and
we don't
I
use the
understand
weapons
that.
once.
You can the gunner can only attack once
But if we
per
have
But
gunnery
if we had
gunners.
2 gunners is what I'm saying. So there's only 1 gunner action despite
No.
having several gunners.
Colton gets to attack. Tusuke does not get to attack again.
Yeah,
Right, that's what
Oh.
I'm saying.
No, I thought you were saying we got 2 more attacks is what I thought you were saying.
No.
I was
Who's
like,
on first? So it's my turn?
Right.
sorry, yeah, the gunnery phase. I was just looking up to make sure I'm not jipping you guys on the force field damage.
Could you imagine? Like a ship that's usually like 3 times your size just rams you?
They came up on us. They knew what they were
They
getting
snuck
into.
up on us.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those. It kind of sucks that they're so small because like it's really beneficial if like their shields are really high, where you just obliterate a huge chunk of it in a single attack. Because like you're doing 20 damage, but only to shields. So once the shield's gone, it doesn't do any damage.
That's why it made sense to go to that one versus the one that we already took.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that'll be a better weapon once we get to bigger combat. But right now it's.
I'd say that was still pretty effective.
Oh no, it was effective. It's just to put it in perspective, you would have almost killed it if it did damage past the shields.
Yeah, we need to add some spikes to that motherfucker.
Okay, go ahead and do your gunnery, and then we'll move on to
Just
the
Mad
others.
Max it out a little bit.
Furiosa comes out soon, doesn't it? Speaking of
Yes.
Okay,
And
so
I'm kind of excited just because Hemsworth is in it.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite genre.
Oh yeah.
Anything, yeah.
Dystopian.
Well, we just talked about Colton's not a big fan of it, which is why he hasn't done Fallout. So
Yeah.
certain dystopian stuff isn't too bad. I don't know. It's just
I just hate Mad Max, like in general.
yeah.
Like I'm not.
witness me.
something about a Thunderdome. I don't know. I never saw it.
You didn't even see the newer one with Tom Hardy?
No, I've seen like
It's pretty good.
a lot of the stuff was practical as far as the shots go. So I,
Yeah.
A lot of Guitar Hero 3 vibes. That intro is the movie.
so I'm on the starboard side now,
So yeah,
and
That's your flak cannon.
which is only a range. It can go up to 12 spaces, right?
Starboard, flak thrower, 5 hexes.
5. Oh, shit. Okay, that won't
We're still in range though.
None of the.
Yeah,
This
because
one-
we had to turn a second time.
So
at this
you
time.
look at like it goes off of like this, so it's like just barely
Okay.
inside the arc.
Yeah, I'll do the thing where my thumbs flip open the thing.
Yep. So
And
I'd
I'll-
say if you're attacking twice, you could hit this one twice. This one's out of range.
Okay, well,
With the little brain.
I'm not.
And you're the only downside you have is you would be targeting its port side, which still has shields. Now, granted, their shields are only 3, but
Yeah, fire away. I'm ready to free
Nat
fire.
20.
nat 20, perfect.
Okay, second shot.
It's a 9.
9
Ooh,
plus.
plus 3 12.
That one will miss, but the first one, roll me double damage there.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Okay, so that's a D. So 2d4.
Do you want 2 dice rolled or just double the number?
2 dice roll.
2.
3.
3 points of damage to their
That's
shields.
just enough to break the shield.
3 total?
Yeah.
With rolling twice with the... Is it 2d4?
It's
3d4, isn't it?
Oh, it is 3.
Six.
I need to roll
misrolled.
6.
You need to roll 6.
Yeah, we misrolled the first time.
Well,
No,
different
that was a
weapon.
Oh,
Okay,
It's
so
not confusing at all.
so you rolled a 3 here.
so 6.
So 6
And then
total,
three,
and then
3 more of these.
1,
7.
1.
God damn it. 8. 10.
Okay, so 10 total.
Unironically, if you helped out guns there,
Okay, so
that's so funny.
it took critical
I don't
damage.
think we
Let
would
me
have been able to
roll.
make it
Oh.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Alright. That was a critical threshold for it.
Okay.
Uh-oh. The
Let's
yellow
go.
lights are flashing.
Now, what's happening, you don't know unless you do a scan. But
So being a solo, from the science check, we found out that it's just a single occupancy.
yeah, so how that works is they can pilot an attack, but if they were to do like an engineering or a science or anything like that,
Yeah,
they lose their attack.
It's so they're like basically fish in a barrel right now because they have to take care of the critical issue.
Well,
They don't
the
have
critical
to.
threshold means it's glitching. So depending on the sensor, what is glitching may or may not impact. It
Is that
depends.
on a random chance?
Yes, that I rolled a percentile dice for what's glitching.
We'd have to do perception check to figure out what.
Your science officer would have to do a sensor check essentially.
I am a science man.
But that does bring us back around to our engineering phase.
Okay.
So Raya,
I say we did what we did last time.
do you want speed or do you want to throw it somewhere else?
I think we
We
should.
may need to maneuver because we have we can't go through them, right?
So
Can we ram it and
Well,
No.
they don't have any shields.
they don't have any shield on that side. Think of the hexes not quite the same as like D&D squares. You can't stay in the same hex as someone, but it's not. It's a large 3-dimensional space that the ship is occupying. It's not like
You
a.
can be above them.
It's not a
Right.
5x5 square like D&D is, so you
Right.
can go through. It does give them like the opportunity attack sort of thing, assuming they have a weapon in that sector. But
Gotcha.
Could we maybe try a piloting maneuver? If we can.
oh shit, you know what?
What's that backup roll it up again move?
The burn and turn.
That might be relevant.
Okay.
'Cause,
For that
we
one,
could use our aft weapon if we were able to flip around.
Yeah.
yeah.
and
So
then-
your flip and burn is a DC 19.
You've got a +6 to pilot it.
Yeah.
now.
So
Lowest you roll is a 12 or
if you
13.
fail that,
13.
your ship will move forward half its speed, but doesn't rotate. So if you fail, you move forward, and then you just stop instead of being able to turn.
Sparky, we need to flip around.
When you flip a UE.
Sorry, it's not piloting,
Yeah,
Sorry.
so engineering, what do you want to throw it towards? So you could do it to speed. What that would buy you is, instead of only being able to move forward 2 and then flipping, and then staying there, you can move forward 3 and then flip.
I say 3 and flip.
Yeah, that works.
I'm going to be helping piloting out this turn.
Okay.
So you do what you think.
I think we should do the 3 and 6, or 3 and turn. Because
Yeah.
that'll give us a little bit more space.
Mm-hmm.
Or, because I don't know where else. Otherwise, we could just do
we'll
the
be moving
normal
forward
turn.
3.
Yeah, so kind of to conceptualize what it would be is 1, 2, 3, and then the ship would be turned back around facing.
Is
Well,
that too
the
much
only
still?
da-
Because we still have to...
The only
make sure-
downside is you guys don't have any weapon except for the ram on the front.
Yeah.
So while you would be in a better position, you wouldn't be able to attack that round unless
Right.
the ship's moved in a way that
We've got
benefited
full,
you.
We have full shields on our forward. So if we go towards their aft and flip around, that'll give us some space next turn to change direction.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think that, like, strategically, going over here puts us in a better position against these two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this guy's taking critical damage, so we don't know if his like mobility is going to be hurt at all.
Yeah.
So if we are over here, they have to cross these 2 asteroids to even like get to us.
Yeah. Okay.
So like if they come to us, they're all going to be in a line right here.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Okay.
go to
Okay.
speed, and I want the extra.
Perfect. Roll me an engineering check, DC 14.
There we go.
A 10.
Okay. Just in the heat of the moment, you're just not able to divert the power the proper way. So the thrusters are no downside. It just, you're not getting any extra juice out of it.
Cool.
All right, that gets us to piloting. Do you want to roll first? You want the Necrogliders roll first? I guess it doesn't matter.
Sparks.
Oh, yeah, you can jump in. Captain can go whenever the fuck he wants.
All right. We need to give them the good old bait and switch, the burn and turn.
The burn and turn.
Full thrust, and then let's show them what we can do to
What
their
for?
aft. Let's show them what we can do to their aft.
All right, give me either diplomacy or a piloting check.
We're gonna go diplomacy for sure.
Yeah, like if you're
18.
going to ride my ass,
Perfect. You have a
at
plus
least pull
2
my hair.
on your piloting check.
Is that the extension cord?
Right, yeah.
6 plus the 2.
So 22.
Oh,
Nice.
Let's go.
And how I'm going to rule it is that piloting check bonus will go for your flip and burn when we do that.
Okay.
This one's just to see who goes first. So, 22. So Ty will give to you guys.
Cool.
So they'll move first.
Behind the asteroid.
Oh, they're
okay.
fucking dipping, dude. Oh,
I'm not gonna
maybe
face
not. Oh, they're
Oh, they've got so much movement.
Yeah, they've got a lot of
Oh,
speed, so they
yeah.
got 12 on movement and perfect maneuverability, so they don't have to move to turn, so they can turn on a dime.
Oh, all he can do is turn.
Well, he could do more.
Oh.
They're trying to maintain distance
we
for
don't
weapons.
really know that. So
Yeah.
all we know is that they took.
Okay,
critical
so that's where
damage.
that's where they're going to position themselves.
okay. Well, maybe the turn and burn isn't such a.
We still have to turn
No.
somehow.
Yeah.
Because
What
if we turn and burn still, we can still make it right here
Yeah.
and hit both of them.
But if you know where we are, we can hit both of them, right?
No, we're facing this way.
Yeah, but your weapons that can actually do damage are the back side. Your forward is your ram. That's the only thing in the forward. Your flak thrower
So maybe we
and
shouldn't turn.
arcane rail are in your starboard and port, and then your hardest hitting weapon is in your aft. Actually, is that's the torpedo.
Maybe we shouldn't turn. Maybe we still try and attack, even though we're facing this one. Maybe.
Because what you're looking at right now is this one's currently in your aft, which
This
means
one?
it can be hit by the torpedo. This one is in your
Starboard.
starboard, which is your flak thrower. This is the only one out of range at the moment. Not saying that you shouldn't move, just
I
for
say we
perspective.
definitely shoot.
We need
We've
to
damaged both
take.
of those on the front too, so like the way they're facing us, they're both damaged. They don't have a shield on the front.
well, one of them I think has one left. This one has one left. Those,
Both the two that are right next to us don't.
yeah.
Do you think our starboard weapon can take that one out?
It's the one that does the most damage.
Starboard, 3d8.
Yeah, the flak
The
thrower.
torpedo doesn't do more.
Oh, the torpedo does.
3d.
Yeah, the torpedo shoots at
So the-
38.
That's on our aft.
Yeah.
So, because they're in range, let's shoot from the aft and
Yeah, just get
shoot
the
from
pilot.
starboard.
Okay.
Just not move.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks to waste the.
Well, that's the kind of the benefit when you start having a larger ship. Sometimes it's better to stay in one place and just open with a barrage, right?
Right.
Because I mean, it sucks I gave my bonus and we're not going to use it.
Well,
But-
you did. She did use it. She got the
Oh,
advantage
oh.
of going last.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I think we stay still. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
You're
I
piloting.
agree.
Yeah, that makes sense because we can just
Okay.
hit them right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And both of them get hit.
All right, gunnery phase. All right, what do you want Tusuke doing?
You should take the missile.
Yeah, Tuesday. Let me show you how it's done, and I'll just kind of like go for another thing I flip with my thumb.
This one's a bigger button.
Yeah, this is a bigger button.
It's just another color of red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just like flip it up, slap it with an open robotic palm on the button, and just like fire the torpedoes from the aft.
Perfect.
Should I just hit? I guess it has to be this guy. So that's just a regular thingy-majigger. That's a
That's gonna hit. No.
no fucking way.
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
So you're unable to get target lock. So you see the torpedo launch,
No way.
and it just keeps sailing.
Oh shit. That's when I hit somebody someday.
All right,
So,
so
they're just minding their business on a
Tuesday's got-
Sunday.
you got the flak thrower on.
Yeah.
What they said Tuesday, this is how it's done.
That's 19 plus 4, 23. So that'll hit.
3d4.
3 for you. Do you want to roll it? Yeah, you can roll it.
3. 3.
Dude!
2.
8. What was that to?
That was to this guy.
Oh, okay.
And because they're facing us, we're hitting them directly because we destroyed their forward shields.
Cool.
That's 8 to the dome, baby. That dice has rolled a 20 and a 1.
Wow.
All right. The first one there is going to retaliate with a light EMP
Okay.
with a nat 20.
Not the
God
M.
damn.
No.
Not the M. God damn it.
Let me confirm.
John,
so-
prepare yourself. You're our mechanical boy on the spaceship.
Oh yeah.
With the EMP.
Oh Christ! I didn't think about it like that. I'm preparing as much as I can.
Sorry. I know roughly what it should do, but. Okay. Your guys' weapons array on the port side has been scrambled. It now has a glitching condition for 4 rounds.
Jesus.
4 rounds.
Port side, that's our
That's the flat
arcane
cannon.
rail. No, the starboard side.
Or,
is
sorry,
our-
starboard side. Whichever side's facing.
Oh yeah, starboard.
Yeah, that would be our starboard.
Glitching means that it takes a -2 penalty whenever you do actions with it. So whenever you
Okay.
fire with the flat cannon for the next 4 rounds, you take a -2 penalty with it.
Okay. And that's just for the starboard side?
Yep.
Okay.
The second one will attack with the gyro laser. Rolling a nat 1, so you see a bunch of lasers just... It almost looks like the attack you landed on it, because it's the one that got hit with the flat cannon,
Okay.
did some considerable damage, like the targeting system is off.
Okay. Cool.
That brings us back around to the engineering phase.
Okay.
You need to get our port side fixed now, or we're all going to die.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll intimidation to give her the +4.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
We're all going to die.
Don't fix the
Okay.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a nat 1, so
Dude.
7.
Feel free to retaliate as you would
Actually,
feel
I was
verbally.
kidding. I was kidding. Actually, you gotta fix this, or I'm going to kill you. I'm gonna use comedic timing.
That's what, once per day?
Yeah. Hey,
What'd you get?
that was a lot scarier. That's a 24.
Oh, perfect. You had to beat a 19th, so. So you do, in fact, have a +4 to your engineering.
Okay.
To fix our glitchy
I
port side.
cannot believe.
So for your options, you have hold it together. This is where whatever system you pick, you can make it 2 less severe. So currently it's glitching. It's only 1 step away from being perfect condition, because you can see the different tracks there. So it's like glitching, malfunctioning.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Where the other one is patch, and the DC is determined on how bad it is. So you only need 1 action to fix a glitching, and it's only a 13.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
But if you go with hold it together, you could fix it from malfunctioning in a single go with a DC of 19.
We might as well just do the patch, right?
Yeah, let's say Pat, because it's a 14
Right.
or 13 or something.
Well, yeah,
Plus, I
plus
have
it's
the 8
not-
plus the 4 already.
Right. Well, and it's also like the ship isn't in too
Yeah.
bad of dire straits.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say
minus
you've
2 on
barely
that
taken
roll.
any damage. So.
So I'll just.
Oh,
patch.
what type of shields do you guys have? Aeon 30. Let me confirm, because I think there's certain shield types that heal over time.
Oh. I don't remember. Oh, you did something to me over there.
They regen 1 per minute, so like 10 rounds.
Oh, so it hasn't even been.
Yeah,
long
it's
enough for
not
me.
been long
Yeah.
enough yet, but
I'll just patch it.
perfect. Give me the engineering check.
It's an 8,
+4.
8, 10, 14.
Beats it.
Wow.
So you can go ahead and remove the glitching condition from your weapons.
Let's go.
Cool.
So it's just glitching, right? It doesn't like
It
bring
was
it back
glitching.
to, but it doesn't bring it back to its health.
Uh,
Oh well, actually we didn't take anything. It's the port side that we took damage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
okay, so we're
you were
fine.
repairing the weapon system, so it
Yeah.
is no longer glitching. It
The
is
EMP
back to
is
full
working.
functionality.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Cool. Cool.
All right, that brings us to the helm phase.
Comedic timing, everybody.
That's 8 plus 6,
It does come
14.
in handy.
Dude, you've rolled 14 three
Like every
times
time,
now.
yeah.
14 today.
and that's a 5 for them. So they will
Wow.
move first. Those two are feeling pretty good about where their position is.
And would too.
And it's going to turn. So it's facing. So they're all facing forward towards the aircraft or spacecraft at this point in time.
Okay. Yeah, let's just fucking nail these guys.
So you have a piloting if you want to move. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to stay where you are.
We could ram that one, but
We could ram that one.
we
But
could.
then we'd be out of
still-
range of the other two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should clean up these two.
Yeah.
I say we do what we did the last round again,
Yeah,
since they
100%.
didn't move.
Perfect.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go for... Oh, wait, are we at the gunner round?
Yep.
Okay.
If you're not moving, that was the end of the helm phase. So
Okay. Then, yeah,
I
I'll...
don't want any more mac and cheese.
there's a whole other dish, so don't feel too
Yeah.
bad.
I'll just go for another shot out the ass there.
Okay. You doing full barrage or just a single? And keep track of how many missiles you launch, because there is a cap on the aft weapon.
Okay.
I think we've only done one.
Yeah,
You've only done one, but I think you only have
I think it's 4, right?
4.
Should I be shooting that many missiles? Are they
What?
expensive?
Well,
What day of travel is
How's
this?
those good? Expensive.
you guys are only. I think we said it was like day 4 or 5, so you only had like 1 day of left. Yeah.
Okay.
So does this mean he's also thinking we might run into more because they don't have a long travel distance, right?
That the only one that's currently privy is Raya. Whether or not she's shared with the rest of the party to make them aware of like whether or not we should be rationing torpedoes is to be determined.
Since that's the case,
Okay.
I press the button. Come on.
All right, give me an attack. So remember, with Starship 2, there is 2 different types, right? AC is if they're already in range, and it doesn't require target lock. If it requires target lock, it is a different.
Yeah,
number.
they're well within our range.
Well, the torpedo has to lock though,
Oh.
so it's targeting target lock versus
Oh, I
AC.
see. Okay, so that's okay. I see. I mean, that's our.
Not saying that they're different, but just
That can't do that again, and I'm not going to count it because it was a 1. Okay, so that's going to be 17 to hit.
it hits. Roll me some damage,
Let's
Yeah.
go.
which is your 3d8, your heavy hitter.
Yeah, it sure is.
Which one? And this is the one in the back, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the whatever it's
Or I
called.
was meaning which one you're targeting.
Oh,
So it's the one that's
I think originally we targeted this one.
Yeah.
6, 5. So that's 11 plus 5 is 16 damage.
16.
Tell me that's not critical damage.
Oh, it definitely is.
Kills is it?
Yeah, I want to see it blow up like the Death Star.
It is looking really rough. The one you've done the most damage to is the side one. That one, yeah.
Okay, okay.
But you did 2 things of critical damage to it.
What?
Single attack.
What?
And all right, and you want 2K to fire the flak cannon?
Yes, yes, 100%.
All right, that's a 20 to hit, which will. So if you want to throw some dice, it's the 3d4,
That's the
right?
3d4. Okay. You can roll it.
What is it?
3d4.
This one, right?
Yes.
1.
How many times do I roll it?
2 more times.
1.
God damn it. Come on.
4.
4.
Okay, okay.
6.
Nice. Very nice. What is a flak throw? You're just throwing shit at him?
Well, typically it's like
throwing
shrapnel type stuff.
Oh,
We're
gotcha.
giving him a bunch of flack.
Great.
I just think of Aflac ducks, so I just think of ducks.
Yeah, just throw a bunch of like ducks at them, in the middle of the.
They're little rubber duckies, actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Malfunctioning.
Give him the good old yucky ducky.
Yucky
God,
ducky.
that sounds so fucking dirty.
Yeah, I don't want to know what that means,
Direct attack.
All right. They're gonna attempt to retaliate with their gyro lasers. The first one is a 9, which will hit, and that one's worse. So neither hit.
Yay!
That brings us to our engineering phase.
Sweet. Okay.
For perspective, as you guys are kind of like looking over the view screen here, you could see that like it's not really smoke because you're in open atmosphere, but it's the same sort of vibe where it's like you could see both of these starships are struggling.
Okay. Okay.
Oh shit! I had one more. Sorry. That one's a 16 to hit.
Is it a target lock or just normal?
AC.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Meets a pizza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
For 2 into your guys' forward shields.
Forward shield.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're still facing this way.
Yes.
Blessed be of the fruit.
I've never heard that one before.
No.
Oh, apparently you haven't watched Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I don't know.
I only watched a little bit of it.
All 10 seasons.
Wait, there's 10 seasons?
No!
Holy shit.
Oh gosh.
I haven't watched the last season, but watched all the other
I
ones.
don't know anything.
I haven't either, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
I honestly, the play here is not for certain. I guess you could add it to the.
Because sometimes it gets tough, right? Is like what the best engineering move
Yeah.
might be undone by where they position themselves.
Okay, so I would probably, looking at everything, I'd probably go to the pilot and just be like, not
Sparks.
pilot. I would, well,
So you can only give something to Shanti if he does science officer. So you can give stuff to the science officer. In my opinion, as the GM, you guys roll 2 1s on your damage roll on this last attack. So I would throw it to the gunnery phase.
Oh, some of the ones become.
So the
twos.
1s becomes 2s. So you increase damage output. Because you're not hurting for movement,
yeah.
and we're not really doing sciencey things at the moment. You're kind of content of we're better than them.
But we have the aft face thing.
So,
Okay,
the only one that's not in range is this one, but there's not really a beneficial way to move yours to get to a better position.
Well, that's the thing, because we only have a limited amount of missiles, and we've already used up 2. So that means we only have 2 left. So I'm probably going to go to not Shanti. I'd probably go to Sparks. And
Give her the
Or-
+2 to speed.
So I can help with the.
well, because we're all in like the same little area.
Well,
right?
if you
Or
help with
radios.
speed and we go first.
Well, so to theater of the mind, how this works is you're at the console back in the engineering department, and you're basically just plugging in of like where you want the power core
Yeah.
to divert power to. So what you would be doing is you're diverting power to the helm to boost the thrusters.
Yeah.
So like you could pull up comms of like Sparks, I'm throwing you some more power, but you're not necessarily in the same room as her.
Well, I'm trying to make sure that I, like, because we're gonna run out of missiles, so I want to make sure that you guys know.
Yeah, you guys have comms on there, so
Yeah.
like it's not like you're
I
not
think
able to communicate.
overall, like because we are low on missiles, I think that only benefits more that we make sure we don't roll ones.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can always just like not use the aft torpedoes. We can just keep relying on.
Because you
our-
could also.
But that means that we'd have to use our
We have
either
to do
our
a barrel
speed
roll.
or we'd have
a
to
barrel
do
roll,
something.
or you use
That's
the back off maneuver. So the back off, you back up half speed, which would put them both in starboard, in theory, assuming they don't move.
And starboard hasn't been hit yet.
Yeah.
Oh, like
But that gives your flak thrower in range of both of them, which doesn't consume torpedoes.
Right.
will we be able to discern if one of them is damaged enough to where one more attack would take him out?
That would require a science officer check.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like, fuck you too. All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna go on comms and be like, Sparks, we can't use our missiles because these guys are probably coming from another ship. Let's try. I'll give you power to perform a stunt to get us out of here or get us out of this.
Great.
Perfect. Give me your engineering check.
11, so 19.
Nice.
Perfect. So we will have +2 to speed. So what that means is when we're doing this back off maneuver, if that's what we choose to do, you will have 3 squares to back up.
Cool.
So the back off maneuver, you move up to half your speed in the direction of the aft edge without changing facing.
Cool.
DC is going to be 14 on this. If you fail, you only move 1 hex backwards.
Even
We
that
still
would
go
still be
back.
okay.
You would still,
You still
yeah.
go backwards, so.
Yes, I do.
There is more penalties if you fail by 5 or more, but
No pressure.
fairly confident.
Yeah, you're the pilot.
You got it. You're Sparks.
She rolled a 15
Okay.
plus for 6, so she rolled a 21. So you guys, you're able to move. Oh yeah, plus. Well, the 2 is to give you benefit on
right
your
next
speed.
to
So
the-
you guys had plus. You had normally you're 4 hexes.
And then doesn't it
You
like
got 6
come off?
hexes.
Oh, the
So
last time was
Yeah,
the captain.
yeah, so
So
they're
we
definitely-
could technically hit both.
Yeah, they're
yeah, so
definitely
currently
within range.
looking
Just
at the
off
board,
the starboard.
Uh-huh.
Starboard?
you would look at these hexes, and both are in
Oh.
starboard. So
Okay.
this one is in your forward arc, which doesn't benefit you at all.
Yeah.
But at the moment, that's where you're at.
Okay.
Cool. Technically, we should have rolled to see who moved first, but
Oh,
John,
Or
we
I mean, we can still do that. It's not too late.
that was a 5 for them. So as long as you beat,
Well, wouldn't it have been the 20?
so they rolled a 8. You just
Don't-
technically they should move first, I think, unless you roll worse than an 8. But you rolled a nat 20.
Hey, back that bitch up.
So to put this in perspective, if where you guys currently are, they weren't going to move anyways because you're in range of their weapons, so nothing changes.
But all the world changes for what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
with.
they're not in a
Okay.
great spot.
John.
So we are in the gunnery phase.
John, are you firing twice?
I always fire twice.
You better not miss this time. I'm going to roll intimidation to.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
DC 19.
That is a.
Max, come here.
Are you begging for loves?
I'll give you love.
That's an 18.
Oh no.
That wasn't scary enough.
John, you do with this as you will. You're trying to be coerced into doing better ineffectively.
You're like, I'm already dead inside.
It was almost effectively.
I did open a red wine if you want.
Ooh. Might grab the elderberry.
I'll just yell over my
almost
shoulder.
brought it up, but I'm like, I don't know if I really want that right now.
It's a robust flavor. The elderberry. I'll let you
Oh,
try it in a
oh.
minute.
Okay. I'll just like look back over to you, T, and just be like, I have too much on my mind for your bullshit. I'm firing the flak cannons. And I'll do another thumb thing and press the
Sorry,
button.
I'm still learning. I'm a new captain.
So I'll fire twice. Plus 3. That's a 17 to hit.
Okay, are you firing one each, or are you firing?
1 or 2.
I'll split up. Shit.
Because
Look,
this
we
little
gotta
bug
take-
has more damage on it.
We gotta take out 1.
Okay, I'll focus fire on this ship right here.
Perfect.
So that's a 17, and then God fuck me. 11.
11 doesn't hit. Roll for damage on the first one.
Okay.
3d.
3d4. Oh, I might want some more now as well.
Yeah.
On. Okay. Okay. Ah, 5 points of damage.
You roll 2 1s.
Yeah, 2 1s and a 3.
Knox, come here.
We gotta get some weapon upgrades.
Yeah. Well, 2,000 credits a week? Is that what it was, or a month?
A month.
Okay, that's not too shabby. We can buy a new ship.
All right.
Upgrade.
So
Buy a new ship.
that was the far back one, right?
No, this one right here,
Okay.
which was this.
I'm trying to remember where it was originally.
This he had like 2 damage done to his
That one
shield.
was.
No, this one was over here. This one was always in the middle. And this is the one that's always been.
Yeah, that one started like clear
No.
over here and like
This guy was down here.
Oh,
We rammed
you're
this
right.
guy.
You're right,
Because
yeah.
this one came around the outside.
yeah, that's right.
You're
So
right.
that's the one we haven't really done anything
Yeah,
to.
We rammed it though, right?
We destroyed its
it's-
forward shield.
Its
Yeah.
shields are out.
And I thought
And
we
that-
hit it once.
no, we've
We
only
focused
ran
the
that.
other one.
Yeah,
Yeah, we focused these 2 so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we rammed it, and then I'm pretty sure we've shot it once.
Did we hit it last
This one
round?
hasn't been touched yet.
No.
No,
yeah.
that one.
This
That one
and
was hit.
shot it.
Oh yes, that's true.
I think I mixed up damage with that one and another one. I think this one. That's it took like 16. I think. So this one's actually pretty healthy. And then diesel.
Yeah, because third homeboy, like, passed
It took damage on the very first round and then didn't take anything after that. And that I think I mixed it up whenever.
Yeah, because this homeboy hasn't been touched.
Uh-huh.
This one has 2 damaged shields or 2 destroyed shields.
It's looking pretty rough. It's
Yeah, because, like, this guy has had.
so you have 2 that are like
failures.
on the brink. So you're seeing like there's not smoke, but like you can see parts of the ship are like there's the orange glow of like you can see there's internal fire going on, and the pilot is just dealing with a lot.
Just
Got a lot
dealing
going
with a
on
lot.
right now.
Only this one's going to be able to attack based off the arcs,
We need to, like, print
and it
little
misses.
rings to go around.
Right.
Like,
Well, and then it's hard because like.
this is-
Well, because then it's hard with the arcs because it's like you have to look at the hex how it's facing and
Yeah.
then like draw out
Like a
from
template
there.
almost.
Well,
like
that's what I'm saying. You have,
that's
like,
hexagon shaped.
Hex shapes.
A head-shaped
Oh,
cone.
yeah.
Head-shaped cone or something like that. Yeah.
And then obviously I love the artwork, but it's dark as fuck. So like,
Yes, you should.
You have to get, like, some white markers.
Yeah.
get some like the vibrant like the silver like sparkly ones.
Right.
All right, we're back up to the engineering phase.
Okay. This time for sure I say go wait for the armory for the guns.
Okay. All right.
Or do you guys think we should move?
No. I think
Yeah.
focusing on the
Yeah.
firepower is gonna really bring it
Bring it
home.
home.
Yeah.
All right, give me an engineering roll.
19
Oh,
plus
yeah.
8, 27.
Perfect.
She's pretty smart.
All right.
I only messed up that one time.
The middle one there is going to forgo its gunnery phase to focus on engineering.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. You go fix your little ship.
Right. It's going to try. What's her DC here?
Is that why
Just gonna try a
you
whole
guys only have a collar on one of them?
No, he likes to slip out of his collar
okay.
all the time. So like even when we've had it on, like
And it fails.
while they're fighting and stuff, she will go for his collar and it comes off, and we just be left around the house all the time. So we're like, why do we keep putting this on? He just never keeps it on anyway, so he doesn't have a collar.
All right. We are to the helm phase. That's a 12 and a 22 nat 20 for them.
God damn, dude.
I've rolled.
You've
I've
rolled
rolled like an equal amount of nat 20s and nat ones. It's like. All right. So you guys will need to move first.
Okay. Any thoughts on that? Because
So we just backed up, right? We
Yeah, we just backed
didn't
up.
Flip around.
no.
We could just move a little bit forward.
Go back to where we were before.
Yeah, and then still have the starboard.
But then that's the only thing with that is we only have the missiles on that one, right?
No, that's the aft.
That's the
The
aft.
aft. But
We-
so if
we
you move
wanted-
back to where you were, this one's in aft. This
What
one's in
damage
starboard.
does our port side do?
It's the
Can't
arcane
we-
rail. It does a 1d4.
Is
So
there
it's
any
reliable,
spot-
but
Is there any spot that would put us like on with both of them having aft
I
or
think-
starboard?
they're
If we-
both
if
currently
we got,
in starboard.
Yeah, they're both in starboard at the moment.
So unless they move, which they may,
Do we have to move?
you don't have to move.
Let's cut this guy off. So like
So you need to move forward 2 and then turn.
So that'd be
no,
the
we
front.
still face starboard to his forward.
Uh-huh.
So like we would just move right here.
No, it'd be up here though.
So you have to move in a straight line.
Even still, we're still within range.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you're not in range. It just means the guy in the back is on
That
your
has
aft.
the most
Yeah,
damage.
he'll be aft.
Right now, they're both in your starboard arc.
But if we move
All right.
up,
Well, we just need to decide which one's going down first then.
The back one has the most damage, right?
yes.
To probably him.
And our guns are uprated, so we're guaranteed to deal more damage if we hit.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree. I say
So let's take that guy out then. Let's just stay where we're at.
Okay. Perfect.
Alrighty.
Gunnery?
Uh,
Science.
no, I guess technically I need to decide if I'm moving.
Oh yeah, sorry, I keep jumping the gun.
No
So-
pun intended.
This one is going to turn and then turn back. Like that.
Okay, well
He's still in starboard.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still in starboard. Sorry, little.
He's just
Fella.
distancing himself a little bit, and this one will turn like that, so that their firing arcs are all forward.
Okay.
Gunnery phase.
Let's go.
All right, we're going to take some flack.
What?
Sorry, dish out some flack. rather.
If I give the bonus,
So the downside you guys currently have is the only weapon system that's in range in the correct arc is the flat cannon, so only one gunner can fire. They can fire twice if they take the -4 penalty. If you apply the captain, you can make it an even roll or a -2 if you, depending on which approach you went.
well, so if I help out Gunner in that regard, and he fires twice, does it only apply to the first shot?
It applies to any of his during that round.
Go for it. Say something mean to me quick.
100%.
John, you can deal with your feelings later. Focus on the job.
Let's hear what you
All right, give me the intimidation. DC 19.
Then I think, sorry, what's the other chick's name?
Tusuke.
Tuesday. We need you on science this round.
This upcoming.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That is a 22.
You're right.
Doubtful.
Fuck
No,
me.
actually, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you're right. I really should pull my head out of my robotic ass. Yeah, and I'll just like...
So you're rolling even.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that's gonna be 24 to hit.
Okay. Are you targeting a specific one?
I'm gonna do one kunk, one on each.
I
Perfect.
thought we were focusing one down.
Oh, well,
Well, he's got
I got 2 shots.
two shots.
Okay,
Or do you want to do?
I just don't want to overkill
Or do you
it.
want to roll damage first?
Can we do that?
Can we do that?
Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Because that could change our decision. You can't roll a 1.
I rolled 2 ones.
So you got 2 twos.
So, alright, so
So,
that's 4 plus 7 on the first hit.
And which one was that?
To the homie that's the most damage.
It is just barely hanging on.
Stop.
Oh, okay, so
Double whammy.
I'm gonna throw some more, and this time I'm gonna like try to hit his wing so he kind of spins out and crashes into the asteroid behind him, you know? Oh!
What'd you roll?
That's a 28 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
Yeah. Kill him. Kill him.
And how do you end it? Because it doesn't matter what you roll. You
I
can't
want
roll
to
a 1.
roll it.
I want to tell you how much.
It's 9 points of damage. And yeah, so like,
You missed killing it on the first shot by 1.
oh! Yeah, so I'll like knock out his wing, and it'll sort of spiral and sort of poop into an explosion onto the asteroid.
non-existent or the silence of space, you see an explosion in the rock,
Wow.
and in your mind's eye, you can feel the heat coming off of it.
Bogey down. I repeat, bogey down! And I look back at you just all fired up.
All right. This one consumed its gunnery phase by doing engineering. The other one is going to attack with its EMP. And that's a, I think 13 to hit. Let's double check their modifier. Yeah, 13 to hit.
13 to hit? Sorry.
Yeah, AC.
Oh yeah, that doesn't
No.
fucking do shit.
Perfect. We're back at the engineering phase.
Okay.
Okay.
This one is going to attempt to patch its system. The system. The one you don't know. Which it does.
we might be able to ram and shoot starboard again.
Alright, are you guys doing anything during the engineering?
I think you're right.
Well, for ramming and
That's for gunning.
So,
So
like,
currently, to give you 100% fidelity, the sections that are facing you currently, shields are down. The other ones are full up.
yeah.
So if you maneuver where
No,
you're
I
not,
was just saying that this guy is untouched.
No,
Right.
it's shields down.
because we hit him.
That's the one you.
from, not
yeah.
ramming, but we hit him the
Oh,
first
okay.
turn.
Yeah. Or I think it's got one on its shield, but
Right.
effectively down.
Well, it depends on flying. If
But this guy's also like took damage too,
I
right?
think maybe
That one's barely.
I think
That's the one that also has like open areas of its ship where you can see like the orange glow, like there's internal fires, sort of
I
thing.
think you
It's
should help out Sparks this turn.
Yeah.
If we're able to let them move first, we can better decide what we can do.
It comes down to a roll, but yeah, you're right.
Like a plan.
Because I was thinking we could like even because if we come up on Homeboy, if we move first, I guess we can still get him in our starboard, and have a better advantage of like.
Well, going first only lets us move first. We
Don't know where they're gonna be.
All right.
so we need them to move first so we can.
Okay.
I guess that's what I meant to say, but yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
So are you doing anything?
Giving it sparks.
Okay, give me an engineering roll. DC 14.
Really, Athena.
Oh my Christ.
All right, so you don't have any bonus to your speed, so you've got 4.
Is that a 1?
That was an 11.
It's 19. And they rolled a 5. So they are going to move first.
Nerds.
Yeah, noob.
Okay.
It's going to move like that. We're going to leave it there. Your guys' is movement.
He's still in starboard, right?
Yeah.
Tusuke, because this is also the science officer phase, is going to use the scan, or the target system. She's specifically going to target the thrusters on the one in front here.
Cool.
Okay. Let's do defensive countermeasures real quick, because I need to know what my DC is.
Put something in the watering bowl.
I think one of the quotes.
What did you do, buddy?
They don't have any. Cool.
Yeah, I
Because
see
you have to, the DC is based off of their defensive countermeasures and their ship tier. And,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but it's actually a really low DC because it's a tiny ship. Which is good. Because it's just a straight 8. So she was targeting their engines. The next attack made, if it's a 19 or 20, it will be considered critical damage on that system.
Okay.
So if you do enough damage to critical, it does 2 criticals on it.
Damn. Okay.
On the one in front of
And
us.
Yeah.
effectively, it's also making it where crit is a 19 as well as a 20 on that system.
Cool. Cool.
Well, we don't have anything right now, currently.
Yeah. So now it's your piloting, so it's wherever you guys want to move, or lack of movement, or both. All of the above.
I say we finish this guy off.
Yeah. For sure. Because we're facing this way right now. Is he's in our starboard still, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He hasn't moved. Or he moved, if anything, he moved more into your starboard than he already was.
And movement takes place before the fire.
Gunnery phase, yeah. So they've already moved. You guys have not yet.
Should we just foot still?
I say we stay put.
I think we move forward to get closer to this guy, but he'll still be in starboard.
Would he?
Yes.
Oh,
Because
okay.
depending on how far, right? So if you move this far, still in. Even if you move full speed,
And he's
Still
within 5.
Okay. Well, yeah. Is it within? Yeah. We're good. We should move up onto this guy then.
yeah, so you
Okay.
move in full 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, before we do that, because remember, that's facing forward, and we don't have any weaponry in forward. So what if we
We
went?
have ramming forward.
Well, that won't work
You're not
because he
wrong.
doesn't
So
have
what you
shields.
could do is you move the full 4 and turn like that. So you have him in port, him in starboard.
Hey.
You wanna do that?
Yeah. No, that's
Okay.
beautiful. Perfect.
Yeah, because as long as we move
and then
2,
if we can take this guy out this turn, we can barrel roll
Yeah.
to,
Yes.
to get our higher power down facing
Yes.
him.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now,
okay.
this is why I decided to do starship combat again, is because it's going to take 3 or 4 of these before.
we
Right.
understand what we're
Right.
doing, really. Okay.
But then you also get the pleasure of working in 3-dimensional space. So
Right.
Okay.
So, gunnery round?
yes.
Kill him.
Yes.
Okay. Flat cannon. Oh my. That's going to be. Just a 10.
Are you doing full or are you doing just a single?
Well, I might as well make it a full just because that one was shit. Alright, next attack. Oh, still not great. 14?
14 doesn't hit either. Fuck me. 2 will make an attempt with the arcane rail. Also misses.
Damn.
Stop.
Science this round anyway.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Good call, Captain.
Yep.
Don't you move your science this turn.
That one's not. So just the one in front of it can attack. It's going to use its EMP and miss. So we're back up to engineering.
Okay, we're gonna stay where we'll put, and we'll put it towards the gunnery.
Yes.
Give me an engineering roll.
100%.
Woo! Let's go.
Engineer.
Fuck it up.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
okay, good. 23.
You said you're putting it towards weaponry?
Yeah.
Alright. So no ones, you've got 2s. Alright, piloting phase. Alright, that's a 17. And there you got an 8. So they're going to move first.
How does attack of opportunity work?
Is that even a thing?
You mentioned it earlier.
It's whatever system is in range. So if they move out of that arc, you can fire with that. But that's assuming they move out of the arc.
Yes. Fly far away. And never return.
Keep exposing your weak spot to us.
They're going to attempt a back off, which is a DC. Not that. DC 11 for them. So they're going to back up, still facing.
Both still in range.
And that'll bring it to your guys' movement if you so choose.
We're in a very
Very
advantageous
primo spot, yeah. Yeah, we're going to be firing from all sides here.
We're like 2 moves ahead of them in piloting.
Oh, yeah. No, we're playing a game of 5D chess right now.
Alright, gunnery phase.
Alright, do you care if 2K...
Yeah, we're gonna need both of you.
Yeah, I'll fire the flash.
John, am I being too scary?
No, in fact, I kind of appreciate it in a very strange, robotic kind of way.
Oh, good. I will put diesel down your throat. Non-leaded won't be an option.
Alright, intimidate me.
Where's that diplomacy depending on?
Well,
Is it John's king?
Well, it doesn't matter. I got a 10.
Okay.
Shit.
An 8, rather.
Alright, you rolling first?
Yeah, I'll go
Right,
first.
I gotta come up with some insults for a
He's
robot.
already broken inside. We've agreed to this.
I would say I have no soul, but we've confirmed I do.
If you fire it twice, getting just a +2 isn't good enough.
What'd you get?
First shot is... I'm going to open fire here. It's an 11.
Nope.
Please.
16?
16 beats it. Roll me some damage. 3d4.
Okay.
No ones.
No ones.
No ones.
Are they 2s?
Yes.
It makes them 2s, yeah.
No ones over my hammy, everybody. 8 points of damage.
Alright, how you ending? It's just hanging on by the hair of its chinny chin chin.
Oh. Yeah,
Can we just like have him take emotional damage or something?
It's going to take some critical system damage.
Can I also give Can I also give Shanti like power to be even more intimidating?
You can't,
No.
unfortunately, so like
That comes from within.
If I was a robotic captain.
yeah,
I'd
so the way to think of it is you're boosting the actual physical equipment that they're working on, not them.
We're both UNT, so I mean you could give me some mental like pick me ups.
Cheesecake misses
They
with
probably
the
wouldn't help, but I mean
Ah,
Oh,
shit.
God.
God damn it.
well, that's something we haven't done yet. Is the telepathic communication we both have.
That one will miss.
Don't I telepathically tell you, like,
The
you know that
other
pile
one
of bolts you found the
will
other
hit
day? That
your
was
guys'
John.
port side
Yeah.
for port side took 4 damage.
Okay.
Oh shit, 4 damage? That means we have
Shields are down.
Shields are down.
Shields are down.
Son of a bitch. Back up to the engineering phase.
Can we use a science roll to talk trash?
So at higher levels, the captain could talk trash to them, but it's level 6. Whenever you have enough ranks, if you put them towards that. So all of these are based off of like how many ranks you put into that particular skill.
Right.
So
What
like
rank are you?
3, because you can't put anything higher than 3. 'Cause
Oh.
you're level
Oh, I
3.
see.
So you have to be a minimum of level 6 to be able to do some of the other stuff.
Okay.
Sorry.
You bet your bottom dollar that will be happening. There's
Oh, I know it will. I'm giving you a taste of what it is. I don't know how well it would go right now because they're undead creatures, but
Hey, I mean,
obviously they have no sense of self-preservation since they're still
Preservation.
in this fight.
Back to the gunnery.
I think so. I think that's the right plan. Until
Give me
these
an engineering
spots are
roll.
gone.
if
Or actually,
if,
should we
if
fix the
they're on
port?
like a pubic hair of health left, maybe we try to do a barrel roll to put most of our damage on the one side.
Oh, so send the
Right.
the arc
Which
cannon.
meta-wise, there's no benefit of throwing it to piloting because that increases your speed. A barrel roll, you have to pass a DC check, and the pilot's not going to get a bonus to do that unless it comes from the captain.
I see.
The shields comes from the science officers. The science officer is the one that redistributes the shields.
Oh,
But
so
couldn't I do patchwork or anything like that?
There's no
Oh,
system
for
down
shield.
right now.
Oh, okay.
I can work on science this round. If I'm not the best with the rolls, so like getting a benefit would help. But I think that it would be more beneficial for gunning, and I'll try to see what I can do for shields.
Okay. Let's do that then.
Okay.
Perfect.
Gunning.
Give me an engineering
All
check.
right. Oh yeah, sorry. I
No,
just
Captain,
did a little too excited.
Oh, captain, my captain.
24.
Nice.
Yeah. No ones. All right.
Maybe use a different dice.
Okay.
The helm phase.
yeah. So then is
I know. Sorry, I interesting.
He's like, I want to fucking shoot him. That's 22,
I just hold him, keep him warm.
and that's a 11 for them.
Do a little prayer.
So they will move first. This one's going to try the back off maneuver again.
I think that puts them barely out of range.
Yeah.
Well,
They're still
they're still
they're in
within
range.
range.
They're
in
still
range.
within
One more
range.
hex. Yeah.
But I mean,
So it's your
they're
guys'
leaving-
piloting. So it depends on how you want to do it. So if you were trying to do a barrel roll,
I
that
say we
is
just
a...
stay.
Well, the barrel roll, you stay in place and you flip which guns are where.
Yeah. So
But either or, we have them on both sides.
Well,
But he's just worried about damage, so he knows that this one's almost dead. So you don't need
So,
your
like-
heavy hitter on that side.
especially because you passed your engineering check, we're gonna have at least an average of 6 damage hitting somebody. 6 damage may be overkill on this guy. So if we can point that at this guy, which is still pretty healthy, it's gonna be optimal. But if it has If it survives an attack from our arc cannon, I don't know. I think if we can be more efficient that way, we can get this guy down faster.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do a barrel roll.
What do I have to roll to do a barrel roll?
Piloting check. You need DC 15. Which you pass. So you guys are able to move up to half your speed and flip the weapons essentially.
Okay.
Your rotation will revert at the beginning of the upcoming round.
Okay.
So you don't have to move. You can move up to half if you so choose. Yeah. So
We're upside down.
I was inverted. Yeah, that might be.
I don't know.
I was gonna say that's a Top Gun reference.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen the new or the old one.
Yeah.
So I guess on Tuesday we'll take the
You can leave her with the arcane rail if you want.
arcing rail, yeah, and then I'll fire the flat cannon at homie there.
She'll do a full attack as well.
Hey,
That one misses.
nat 20. Oh my god. So
Thank you, Lord.
a crit and also a dirty 20.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's work the crit first.
Okay.
Roll me some damage. She missed.
Is there any other D4s in my life? Okay, there's one. Okay. Alright. Okay, so that's really good.
No ones.
8 plus 3 is 11.
Okay.
Okay, and then the other 3. Oh god. Oh shit, that's also good. 20 points of damage total on
For
that
the crit.
for the crit. And that's not even counting.
Okay. Roll your next set.
Which we're firing directly onto him.
Yeah.
Because his
His forward shield should
are
be
down.
on.
Yeah. So there's a 1. That's 2, 4,
7.
7. Yeah, that's a total of 27 points of damage.
It is just barely.
No way.
I was convinced they were shooting him out of the
The
sky.
bigger thing is you guys did 4 sets of critical damage to it.
Wow, wait. What did Tuesday roll on all that?
She didn't hit. She rolled a 5 and then an 11, and then because she full attacked it.
It's those damn nano bugs.
Well, I mean, I guess technically she's also not in a good place. Ooh, that's a good one. I want to say that one has higher implications. I'll look at it here in a second. Dun, 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 dun.
If WoW PvP taught me anything, is you don't walk backwards in combat. You just turn all the way around.
Okay.
No arrow keys, no backwards.
No arrow keys.
They're both going to make
Move with your mouse.
an attempt.
Dude, I can't
First one
believe you rolled
misses.
that.
I know, that was a lot of fucking damage.
I think
No,
that's
they're
the
both
most.
hanging on.
I think that's the most damage this ship has dealt.
Yeah,
Does a
Well-
Rockets.
15 hit?
As soon as like change
No,
your
it
dice,
does
change your
not.
dice.
Alright, both miss.
Oh!
Engineering phase.
Hey!
Okay.
So now you're flipped back around. We're back on this guy. We do the full motion. at
Right,
the start
right,
of
right.
this turn.
Because the way to think of it is mid-barrel roll, you attack, and then you finish the barrel roll.
Right, at the other end of the round. Okay.
Okay. Leave him where it's at.
Yeah, you know, it sucked because I didn't roll that many ones on my turn, which isn't bad, but like,
But okay. What? As far as initiative goes, when does science Axe? Is it before?
During the helm phase.
Okay.
So that before.
Let me take science and see if I can't see like exactly how close they are. Like, to
determine who's gonna get what done. Okay. See
Well,
if we need a barrel roll
phase
again.
goes first.
Oh right.
Which we'll just revert everything back to the gunnery.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to because if we roll minimum damage, like that could be the thing that we miss.
Right.
So.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll just wait for the whatchamacallit.
To see who goes first.
See who goes first. Right?
If you're giving it to gunnery, we need to roll engineering now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I know
It's a completely different construct than any other type of combat. So
Right. Oh, solid.
19.
perfect. So no ones. Helm phase.
Science guy.
They've got. They got a 14.
There's wants to do science, right?
Yeah, it's during the same phase, but this is to determine who moves first. And you've got a 16, so they will move first.
And what is the roll?
Computers, I think.
Maybe this is meta, but can I give myself a pep talk? Being the captain.
You only get to pick one, so you're either captain or you're science officer.
Okay.
Yeah, just gave you the science thing. Well, I guess we're trying to get both of them.
Okay. Science rules.
Oh no, the way you rolled that.
As a
Oh no, dude.
What's a 4?
You only have a +1 in computers.
I'm in the
So you only needed to roll a 6
No!
Oh shit, dude! That makes it feel even worse.
because they're a tiny ship and they don't have any defensive countermeasures. So like, it's a 5 plus a half times 1/2, so it's like 5 3/4.
Bill.
All right. They're not gonna move. So if you guys want to move, or
I bet
do
they
your
couldn't move even if they wanted to.
Just the barrel roll, honestly, I think
okay,
is the way to go.
give our piloting roll. That's the. What did we decide that was? A DC
So it's 17.
17. I think your barrel roll was only. Yeah, you cleared it. Did a barrel.
Now it's the gunneries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meowing?
Could I kill the things?
Okay.
Nope.
Mid-barrel roll.
You should just do the one shot.
Well, I can only shoot off of one side of the ship anyways. So I might as well shoot both. Oh my sweet Jesus Christ. They both hit and one of them's a crit again.
How do you end it?
Um,
And Tusuke landed on Cruz as well.
As we turn, you should like have it be like a rain of like wait, what gun is it again?
the flat. Yeah, I'll say I'll like grab.
She rolled
Do
high
like
advantage.
a bullet Zantetsuken. Like we do the full spin and it doesn't move at all, and it.
Sure. But like, what I'm pretty sure what we're firing at is like they're like blunt objects, of metals that are not necessarily spicy. But I was thinking more like I'll fire out a flashball, but like due to its like trajectory, it like kind of comes apart and turns into like more of a buckshot than like a concentrated. You know.
That's exactly what a flak does.
Oh, dang! Sorry, I don't know how things work in this world.
No, you're fine. No, because flak is like you're throwing out.
Oh, see, this whole time I've been thinking like
A lot of times,
a bunch of like stuff kind of cramped in a ball.
I think it starts that way, but like a lot of aircraft use it as a defensive, where you throw out a
It's
bunch
all
of
the
flak.
lights when they.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should have like it before like it explodes out. It stays in a ball and gets stuck in like the windshield and then explodes.
Sure, yeah, that's what happens.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then Tusuke happened to roll just enough damage, so
Oh,
you see
perfect.
the arcane rail, which is like mystically imbued, like fire out and just like straight through the center of it.
Wow. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
How's everybody feeling?
Let's see, what time is it?
Like 11.
Okay. Oh, well. I mean, we can stop it if you want to. I would be okay with that. I don't know how. Riley just finished her book, so. You know.
Because I am down to go longer. I just want to make sure I'm not starting the next section with everybody kind of like ready to go.
I'm kind of feeling a little tapped, but like I also would be down to go if the whole rest of the group wants to play.
You are my ride home.
Right. Okay. Well.
So, like, I'm down either way, but I don't want to keep Riley up if she doesn't want to be up.
What is your status?
I'm usually in bed by 8:30, so this is a wild night out for me.
Oh, okay.
So if it's like 1:30, like 45 minutes, I say we save it for another night.
Okay.
Because as you guys clear out the Death Gliders,
Oh, we get to see their mommy ship.
a significantly larger Eoxian vessel
Oh fuck! Here it comes. Yeah.
comes in around the back end of the asteroid. Luckily for you, at the same time, a large Castathian Millennium with a large free captain's emblem pops in between the two of you.
Oh, the free captains, right? The.
Yeah.
You can clearly see Asteray written on the side of it. And
Asteray?
there.